Hello. Welcome, welcome. How was everyone's weekend? When we last left off, it was United States' Independence Day, so that was fun. Had a lot of meat and booze. Hello. Oh, how's it going, everyone? Hello, Monday, Jabrilia, Devil, Jobster, Halcyon, Evil Fox, hello, Fabricio, Lair, Spides. What is up? Had a yard sale. Ours is the 12th of June. Huh. I have coffee. Because I started getting a little bit sleepy. Oh my gosh, Halcyon, thank you. Thank you for the 9 months. Weekend short and uneventful, but well rested. That's about all you can ask for. If I can end the weekend feeling like even just slightly rested, it's like that's a pretty good weekend. Thank you. Hello, Yelsa. What is going to happen? I experimented a little bit. I asked for some advice on my Skirk team, rather. I don't think I have a good Escoffier replacement. Because I did not pull on Escoffier banner. And the bro, what am I talking about right now? We didn't pull coffee. And so, but I did pull my Skirk, and so I need a good, I need a good coffee alternative. I'd been running Skirk, Shenhe, Farina, Yelan, which is actually a pretty good team, but very fragile, because Farina's bros will constantly bring the on-field down to, and the way Skirk was at, will constantly bring her down to almost like pretty much two-shot level. Because she's an on-field DPS, she's got like 17,000 HP, which is normal for an on-field that doesn't scale on HP. And so Farina's bros pull that down to like 7k, and at world level 9, you'll get 1 or 2 shot by certain enemies with that low health constantly. And that team has no healer other than Farina herself. But as you guys pointed out on the Discord, using healing Farina doesn't take advantage of her burst at all, because HP doesn't fluctuate enough to count for a significant percentage of that character's HP, which is what builds, not resolve stacks, that's Raiden, which is what builds fanfare. And so if I'm running healing Farina, the HP is changing by such a small margin that it's not triggering enough fanfare. So I was thinking probably my better bet is going to be replace Yelan with Xingqiu for more hydro application, and rain swords can be damage reduction, and he has a tiny bit of a heal as well, and then replace Shenhe with Diona for shield, and for her burst is also a heal. I kept running out of her burst because her burst, the healing circle, is such a small radius. I kept on running out of it as I was chasing down enemies and stuff, or they would just run out of it. I think that's probably my best bet. But as you know, meta doesn't mean that much to me, so for the time being, I think I am just gonna stick with so this is the team out here. Let me show the music back on. Boop, boop. Because the big deal is Farina has that damage buff. Shenhe also has a damage buff because she's a cryo buffer. The problem is Diona is a pretty good replacement, and then as you guys just said as well, and you guys were talking about on the Discord, Charlotte is also a viable replacement. My Charlotte and my Diona are both not built. So for the time being,
what exactly is teamwork?
I'm just gonna stick with this team and run healing Farina, knowing that's not taking advantage of her burst. So it's not buffing the on-field. It's not buffing everyone's damage as near as well as it could. I could build out Diona and I could build out Charlotte, and also I have a Barbara I could build too. But before I want to start building another character, I want to top off my Skirk, I want to top off my Xiaolonen, and I want to top off my Lanyan as well. Lanyan has been someone that I wanted to have as an alternate shielder to Zhongli for a long time. Lanyan may be replaced by like Diona as an alternate shielder, but I don't know. It's just that there's a lot of, like, I would have to build Diona for her to be effective in Skirk's team. I would have to build Charlotte and Barbara to be effective in world level 9 on Charlotte's team. And there's characters that are in the way between me and Diona. I definitely want to top off Skirk, and I definitely want to top off Xiaolonen first. And frankly, Raiden could use a rework as well that I'm slowly going towards. And Kazuha could use a rethink as well. He and Shinobu and Nahida are all three below 850 EM. So they could all use reworks and stuff. So there's characters that are like 75% of the way there that I would much rather get them closer to built rather than starting another full build that'd be tons of resources. So knowing that this is not an optimal team, I think I'm gonna stick with this and just use healing Farina. And I might pull the salon members out, but if I start getting like really low, then I'll switch her back to heals. The good thing is that both Farina and Yelan have tons of HP, so they can just, if someone gets low, they can just hop on field and just kind of tank for a little bit. While I think about what I'm doing. But maybe we start out with
Leave it to me.
The only reason I replaced Yelan with Xingqiu, the rain swords, and he has a small heal, but also I felt like I was kind of feeling Yelan's lack of hydro application versus Xingqiu. You wouldn't be able to get that many freezes off because her application is so much lower, and I definitely felt like I could get more freezes off per cycle, per rotation with Xingqiu. But that's where we're at right now. So maybe we start off with that.
Chivalry will never.
I believe that Ochkat Natlan is the next place to head. Is one of the next places to head, but that's a full like Archon length quest, isn't it? I do have time today, but I think that maybe we'll set aside time tomorrow for a full big ass quest. And today we can do Chaska's Tribal Chronicle. And it's unvoiced as well, yeah, so. And then also, Marshose is a good one, everyone's been saying, for Skirk as well. I have her on Finale, which is the domain I've been grinding. Finale shares a domain with Long Night's Oath. Should I keep this in the event of an eventual Shenyan, or for the moment, can I dumpster the 4 stars? I don't know. I used to dumpster Shimenawas because I didn't think I had anyone that would ever need Shimenawas. But it's not good for Shenyan. Dumpster, okay. So is this one that you can kind of just fodderize or strongbox? Dumpster the 4s, okay. Because I was like, at the very least, I might hang on to the 5-star artifacts just in case. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't have anyone who plunges other than Chongyun, other than, what's his dick? Gaming? Gaming? She's plunge support. Yeah, and that's the other thing is that I always keep anything, regardless of what artifact it is, I always keep stuff with good substats or good main stat. So for example, stuff that's like cryo damage, like elemental damage bonus or healing bonus, I'll keep those even if it's something that I never use. Like for example, there's I never use Wanderer's Troop on anything, but a defense main stat, cryo main stat, electro main stat. I think also I don't use Bloodstand on anyone, but that's a crit damage. Not substat. That's a crit damage main stat. Honestly, the time that I had the last time I used Shanyan was at Lantern Rite, and I enjoyed using her as an on-field. Using her to just swirl everyone else's reactions. I think what we were even playing, was it a melt team or something? But the whole point of that little arena was plunge stuff, and or no, it was healing. You needed a bunch of heals, and I had to pull out who was in there. My other healers were Jean, Shinobu, and maybe Farina. So I guess it was a weird taser team. But it was as long as you can keep your HP above the on-field character's HP above 90 or above 80, and so you just needed a ton of healing and a ton of constant healing. And I enjoyed using Shanyan as the on-field to just swirl everyone and just jump all up and down with her skill and her burst and stuff. It was fun. Let's start off with this team with Diona and Xingqiu in here. And the biggest problem, once again, is that she's just unbuilt, and it would take a lot of investment to get her built to the point where she would be effective in this team. She's an HP scaling shield support, and she's got 16,000 HP. She's got less HP than my on-fields. So it would just take, I think, too much investment for me to right now want to replace Shenhe with Diona, where Diona's like 40% built, and Shenhe's maybe, I don't know, 70, 75. You have Wanderer on Nuvi. Is that a good one for Nuvi? How's everyone's final days of this banner going? Is anyone continuing to pull, like haven't gotten your Skirk or your weapon yet, or? Buffs charged. Oh yeah, fair. And that's the whole thing about him. That's what the that's all that
pull up a good fight.
all that the power washer is it's his charge attack. Still hoping for weapons. Still got an hour. Still got a day and a half left. Ish. Actually, no. Got like a day left. I did in my notes. Okay. Putting this out there so that when I do poorly with Skirk, I have no excuse. Okay. Skirk's hold skill does not enter 7-phase flash, and as a result, Serpent Subtlety does not tick down. And because of that, you can actually use her hold skill if you're just like traversing the world. All you have to do is just hold skill 3 times. Just hold skill and then leave it, wait for the cooldown, and then hold skill again, and you can charge up the Ruin burst, which is the burst that has an animation. That burst, Ruin, does AoE cryo, and it does additional damage for every point of Serpent Subtlety over 50. So just opening the hold skill gives you 45. So if you max that out, then you get even more damage on the animation burst. The tap skill does enter 7-phase flash, which adds 45 Serpent Subtlety that immediately starts ticking down over time. 7-phase flash. This is all stuff I'm just reminding myself because I don't know why, for whatever reason, Skirk's kit seems very complicated for me. It seems much more complex than, for example, like Arle's, which is just skill, wait 5 seconds, charge attack, have fun, and then burst if she's dying. And I'm enjoying characters and kit that is takes a little more brains to figure out. I like a character like Navia, who Geo is pretty brainless. You just kind of brute force your way through stuff. That's kind of what most Geo DPS is. But I'm liking both. You know, I like characters like Noelle that you don't have to think about it. Just open that burst and you just tear through anything with no reactions. 7-phase flash converts all of your attacks to cryo. And I don't think it can be overridden as well. And it increases increases the AoE of normal attack and charge attack, and it also increases her interruption resistance while she's in 7-phase flash. While she's in 7-phase flash, it also converts her burst to extinction, and extinction is the burst with no animation. That's the one where she just like flips up in the air, that's the one that has the power voice line that I love so much. While in extinction burst, normal attacks that hit deal increased damage 0.1 seconds after they hit, which is weird. And then absorbed rifts during extinction further increase damage based on the number of rifts that you absorb. Void rifts are created by any cryo reaction that is not melt. So it's created by freeze or cryo, crystallize, or superconduct. Rift can be consumed by using the extinction burst, which is the non-animation one. The animation one is Ruin. Rift can be consumed by extinction burst, charge attack hits in 7-phase flash. So if you just charge attack and it doesn't hit anything, then that doesn't consume a rift. But hitting with a charge attack or flying into the rifts and collecting them in the hold skill. And each absorbed rift gives 8 Serpent Subtlety points. So I understand, like, I know what her kit is, and I'm really liking how, I don't know why, I think I'm just an idiot. It seems complex to me, and I like that. So now that you just heard me read that, when I misuse her abilities, I have no excuse. Some of it is also, I'll enter it and then immediately burst. Some of it is just fun. Like, there are times where I'll use, let's navigate to this. There are times where I will use Arle's burst, not because she's dying, but because it's a little damage across the field, and I just want to see that burst. Tap skill does have a maximum duration as well, yeah. even when you fuck up her rotation and like the order of events with stuff, she still does decent damage, and you can still have a lot of fun using her as well. It's just there is a incorrect and correct way to use this character if you're trying to get the most out of her. So I will study that harder, and I will definitely like be putting in Diona and Xingqiu, like a built Diona or a built Xingqiu and stuff when I take Skirk to local legends or Abyss or stuff like that. But for just the overworld, I think I'm okay with Shenhe and healing Farina and Yelan. There must have been an Ak up here at some point, right? Didn't I also just see a chest somewhere around here? Oh, right there. Come on, exit.
Diana special.
Let my name echo in song. Time to know my sword.
Time to know my sword.
Think you can bully me?
It's another case of me not using realistically, it bursting immediately when you enter 7-phase flash isn't ideal. But you do, I don't want to kill you, but you do want to burst early. So it's basically just open 7-phase flash, and then as soon as there are 3 void rifts on field, which is the maximum number she can possess at a time, open that up, and then once there's 3 void rifts, then burst to consume them.
Rain outlines your fate.
Rain outlines your face. Skirk!
You've earned yourself a reward.
What are you trying to attack over here? She was like, there's cabbage in there. I must have it. Oh, the going through her that's a good rule of thumb. Just do her full combo, and then you'll usually get 3 out of that.
Fearless.
Fearless. Who is gonna Mawika themselves, and who is gonna Emily themselves during this next banner? Oh, there's a chest over here too. Hang on, Chaska. Try to Emily. I'm a bite. Oh, this is... The hell is this? Oh, hey, this is, You could casually try to lift the barbell with one hand, it doesn't move. Is this Iansan's hood? I'll come back to that. He says with confidence. You got skink sword, stinky sword. Skirk sword, kinky sword. Oh, we're going to the tribal quest, actually. That's what we're navigating towards. Or wait. Oh. Whoops. 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 This is the one we're trying to go to. Haha. Haha. Teehee. So who's this one, then? Whose is this one? Iansan Varesa? Haha. Whoops. Let me grab this, teleport. Quest triggers right at the teleport. That kind of pissed me off, actually. Playing with fire. Ooh. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, Chaska is the one that I was trying to go for. I'd forgotten who is from who tribe. Who's from what tribe? Yansan is on Mawika Banner. And also, who else is on Mawika Banner? Qiangling and... And who else is... Yo-Yo. That's right. And my wife is gonna pull on Emily Banner, and she might be able to get her Yao Yao. She's always wanted a yo-yo. And she might be able to obtain a yo-yo.
Huh? What's that sound? Seems like it's coming from that bridge.
It does seem that way. But is that the case? Hi. Excuse me.
Oh no! Why is she crying? Should we go check on her? You know, just in case she's thinking of doing something stupid.
I'd leave her be.
Hi. Why does everyone Batman up to us?
The warriors of the Flower Feather clan are a proud bunch who never show their vulnerability in public, even if they've gone wingless.
Oh, Chaska?
Good to see you again, Traveler and Paimon. Before we carry on, let's get a little further away before Koyer notices us.
So, that girl on the bridge, Koyer, you said? Should she really be on her own right now? With the mental state she's in, it just seems risky.
Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm here. Elder Alpa sent me to keep an eye on her. If she does attempt the unthinkable, I'll swoop in and catch her. I doubt it'll come to that, though. She's a fighter. A warrior, in fact. One who aimed for the sky. However despondent she might feel now, I'm confident she'll get through it.
What do you mean aimed for the sky?
Well, in the Flower Feather clan, there's an elite flying squad made up of Kukasaur riders.
Ooh.
But it's an extremely selective squad. To become a rider, you need to undergo a trial where you not only demonstrate mastery of the relevant skills, but also win the approval of the Kukasaurs. Very few candidates make it through the process.
Reminds me of James Cameron's Avatar.
Koyer has spent years training for her most recent attempt, but unfortunately she didn't pass. So it's not hard to see why she's so upset.
And when you mentioned going wingless, what does that mean? Probably without their Saurian companion. There's a bro flapping above us.
Sometimes, after multiple failed attempts to pass the flying tests and win the Kukasaur's approval, people get so disheartened that they give up on their dream to soar the skies. They resolve to quit trying for good. We call those people the wingless.
It's a bit harsh, but accurate.
Do they get expelled from the tribe?
What? No, of course not. They're still prized warriors. We have a saying. Just as the Kukasaur treasures every feather on its body, so the tribe treasures each one of its children. This hits even harder in the wake of the war. All of our young warriors carry the future of our tribe on their shoulders. Besides, every Kukasaur falls from its nest before it learns to fly. It's practically a rite of passage. Likewise for the wingless, we always hold out hope that one day, when they're ready, they'll rekindle their dreams and keep trying. Until then, all we can do is quietly watch over them from a distance. Just like I'm doing now.
Ah, okay. Paimon hopes she'll get back on her feet soon.
Well, from the sound of her whistling, her confidence has been seriously shaken. No Kukasaur is going to respond to a call that sounds like that.
Whistling?
Yeah. People from my tribe call to their Saurian companions by whistling or blowing a horn. So it sounds like Koyer was trying to summon a Kukasaur to practice her flying. But the Kukasaurs are an even prouder bunch than our warriors. They would never respond to a lackluster whistle like that. First she failed the trial, and now she's struggling to even summon a Kukasaur. That's only gonna hurt her confidence further. And getting trapped in that vicious circle is the kind of thing that'll make people go wingless.
Surely there must be something we can do to help.
That's very kind of you. Koyer's flying skills are up to par, but mentally she's stuck in a rut. If she wants to return to the sky, she has to overcome that for herself. I'm going to lay low nearby, just in case she takes a turn for the worse. Let me give you a tour around the tribe once this is all over.
Yes, please. Can I just say that her glittery eyeshadow was very, very nice? The color and the fade on it. Anyways. Just the half pant really weirds me out. Otherwise, she's an S tier design.
Koyer still isn't giving up. Even though Chaska said that she has to do this by herself, Paimon can't help feeling like maybe we can nudge her in the right direction.
I wonder what a proper call is supposed to sound like if no one's going to respond to that call because of the way it sounds. I wonder what a proper whistle is supposed to sound like.
What if we could get a Kukusaur to fly up to her? That might give her the confidence boost she needs.
It sounds like a plan. Oh, of fading flowers and falling feathers. Indwell a Kukusaurus. These things are so goofy looking. Look at his face.
It's a Kukasaur.
I should have flown here. Why did I
Oh
walk?
my gosh. Is this really happening? I did it. I summoned one. I was beginning to think you'd all given up on me completely. Thank you. Oh, thank you.
Looks like her mood's lifted. Now to wait till she's not looking and fly out of here.
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together?
Oh. I cut off the right now for some reason. Why did I cut off the right now?
Excuse me? Would you mind if we did some flying practice together? Right now? I think I know where I went wrong in the test now. I need to maintain a higher speed on my turns. So I just gotta practice my bell tail slides and split S maneuvers.
Yikes, those sound complicated. I'm out of my depth. This is too dangerous.
Also,
Okay, I'll stop.
I really want to try some stall turns and cobra maneuvers.
Crikey, I've never even carried a passenger, let alone while doing all that. I need to get out of here.
Huh? That sounded like a whistle. Is someone else trying to summon a Kukasaur?
Is that Chaska? Now's my chance. See you.
Hey, wait!
With the whistle providing the perfect cover, you make your escape. Make my escape.
Do you think Koyer's feeling better now? Let's go back to that bridge and check.
She's like, no, I finally... She's like, I'm feeling worse. I finally summoned a Kukusaur and it immediately left. I can't move! We're fine. Oh, I can't... Oh my gosh, I don't have Shilonen with me. Climbing like a peasant. I don't have any Natlan characters with me right now. Oh, bro. When Lali comes back? I'm sorry, Diona. Say that right to her face. Like, bro, I've got a grandma that can replace you so hard right now. That was definitely Chaska.
I summoned a Kukasaur. They do still respond to me after all.
That was definitely Chaska whistling in the distance.
Although, unfortunately, someone else summoned it away again before I had a chance to go for a flight.
Oh, really? That is unfortunate. But if you can do it once, you can do it again. Keep at it, and you'll pass the trial eventually.
You're right. You know, I almost thought about giving up, but I'm glad I didn't.
Hey, Chaska, how's Koyer doing?
Huh? Who are you? And how do you know my name?
Right, we've never...
These are my, friends. The Traveler and Paimon. You came up in conversation the other day because I was telling them about up-and-coming warriors in our tribe.
Oh, the Traveler, huh? So that's you. What do you mean up and coming? I'm closer to being wingless than I am to passing the trial.
Well, with that attitude, you certainly are.
Anyway,
I'm sorry.
we haven't met before, have we? You look so familiar somehow.
Maybe you saw him in the stadium? Or anywhere, really. He's been all over Natlan lately, so it's not surprising that you've seen him around.
If you say so.
Yeah, that must be it.
Koyer, Chaska.
Hi.
Here you are. I've been looking everywhere for you two.
Oh, Elder Alpa! What's the matter?
I thought I should tell you myself. We're going to redo the flying trials.
Redo them? How come? This is so unexpected. And I can't believe you came out here just to tell us that in person.
It's embarrassing to admit, but due to time constraints, we didn't do a proper inspection of the arena before the last round of trials began. Then we started to notice many candidates performing worse than expected. So we redid the inspection afterwards and found a number of issues which likely impacted candidate performance. This was entirely our mistake, and I apologize unreservedly. I know it doesn't make up for it, but I thought bringing you this message in person was the least I could do.
Oh, okay.
Chaska, these people you're with, are they the Traveler and Paimon?
That's me. First name the, last name Traveler. Middle name fucking.
Huh? You've heard of us?
I have indeed. Gathering intel is an essential part of being a warrior. Plus, you've already made quite a name for yourself in Natlan.
Well, you know.
Actually, I've been meaning to invite you to enjoy our tribe's hospitality for some time.
Hospitality? That includes food, right?
Of course it does. If you let us host you, you'll be treated quite lavishly. Mighty warriors are highly revered in our tribe. Besides, we still owe you for your help during the war. Without you, we would have suffered far worse at the hands of the Abyss. So I like the chance to show you our gratitude on behalf of the whole tribe.
Mighty warriors, plural? So Paimon counts too? Paimon's starting to like you a lot.
That should go without saying. Your flying skills are the envy of our tribe.
Oh, good point.
The Flower Feather clan seems like a really nice bunch of people. We definitely need to take her up on this offer.
Last time was just a flying visit. We never got to check the place out properly.
Well, I'd love to stay, but I'm afraid I still have to inform the other candidates about the retrials. With our younger generation's future on the line, there's no time to lose.
Wait, Elder Alpa! Let me help! The sooner everyone gets the news, the better!
Very well. In that case, Chaska, could I leave you to entertain our guests?
Sure thing.
Okay. Let's meet by the Obsidian Totem Pole later.
Obsidian.
Koyer, let's get going.
Okay.
Appa and Koyer fly away, riding the Kugasar.
Alright, they're out of earshot. I'm just gonna come out and ask. That Kukasaur who responded to Koyer's call, that was your doing, wasn't it?
How the did you know that?
I grew up with these creatures. I could tell something was off the second I saw it. His whole demeanor seemed less like a Kukasaur and more like, well, you. So I figure you must have been pulling the strings somehow.
Can't believe you saw through it.
He looked very flustered when Koyer asked for a ride, so I whistled to give him a chance to escape. And judging by the look on your face, That was a welcome intervention, huh? It's alright. If you'd rather your hidden talents remain hidden, I respect that. I won't press you for answers, and I'll keep my speculations to myself.
Why is no one really surprised that we can indwell a Kugusaur? Or a Tapetlosaur, or any of these other animals?
You're the kind of person I'd still trust even if you had superpowers. I know you'd use them for good.
Technically, I deceived Koyer. Does that still count for good?
I think the ends justify the means in this case. She just lacked confidence, and you helped her resolve her internal conflict. If you hadn't intervened, I likely would have gotten my mom to help out instead. Although, having said that, there's a small chance she might have recognized her and seen through the whole thing. That would have done more harm than good.
Or his mom, in quotes. She's actually a student of... not Clairvy. Previous knave. What the hell? Crucipina. Well, that joke fell flat. Luckily, no harm was done in the end.
Yeah. Anyway, if you're free now, how about I give you that tour I promised?
Yes, please. Gonna replace me the second a Natlanese grandma comes along the banner? It looks like instead of shooting the arrow, it looks like she just backhanded me with the bow. Which is, that's valid. Oh, I'm completely out of fuel. Oh, I hit it! I like how many people there are just randomly dancing in Natlan. Up? Up.
Ready? I'm gonna get you! Uh-oh. Are they fighting? Should we try and break them up?
They're fine. Just doing their daily combat training.
Combat training? A little young for that, aren't they?
Not to us. We're a tribe of warriors. In ancient times, we were the most elite troops in the nation, responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
That makes sense. Air power, air superiority.
And even though times have changed, we've kept our martial spirit alive.
They've got actual Spitfires in the wings. In the wings! They've got actual Spitfires at the ready as well. Spitfires and P-51 Mustangs.
Hey, is that Chaska?
Jessica, you're back!
Oh, can you come train with us?
Now's not a good time, I'm afraid. I'm showing the Traveler and Paimon around. Maybe next time.
The Traveler and Paimon? Wait, you mean that legendary warrior and legendary flying expert?
She's a legendary flying expert.
Legendary? Yep, that's us, alright.
Awesome. It's so cool that you can fly without having to ride a Kukusaur. Even Chaska could only do that for short distances. Mr. Traveler, can you teach me some cool sword tricks?
Oh, Mr. Traveler! My family shop makes the best volcano cake. You gotta try
Oh,
it!
that sounds really good.
Let's behave ourselves, everyone. These people are here as our guests. They're going to meet Elder Alpa in a few minutes anyway. Kotini, instead of being jealous of other people's talents, why not work on developing your own? Kapak, there's no point in trying any cool sword tricks until you've mastered the basics. Have you done all your sword drills today? And Yatlan, easy does it, okay? Not every conversation has to turn into you plugging the family business.
Okay.
Bro, calm yourself over
Sorry
there.
about those kids. I just got overexcited when they heard your name. Hope it didn't bother you too much. This is a volcano cake that Yatlan forced into my hands. She said to think of it as an apology gift.
Whoa, it smells amazing! Traveler, you want some?
Does smell pretty good. Tastes nice too.
That's good. Yatlan will be thrilled.
By the way, Chaska, those kids really adore you. You're way better with them than Paimon expected. Paimon figured you'd be more, aloof, maybe?
Aloof, huh? Well, to be fair, there was a period when I was like that. Around the time when I first joined the tribe. But it's a terrible attitude to have as a peacemaker. It tends to turn situations that could have had a peaceful resolution into a stalemate that can only be resolved by force.
Resolved by force, meaning beating both parties into submission?
Yep, exactly. As long as other options are available, I try to avoid that at all costs. Someone once told me that peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days. But peace achieved through genuine dialogue actually benefits both sides, even if sometimes the parties are only willing to negotiate because they're both armed to the teeth.
That's true. Hey, Chaska!
She's back.
Uncle Cusco knows you're back, and he's coming to get you.
Cusco, hell yeah. I love that movie.
Oh, thanks. Traveler, Paimon, got a dash. I'll meet you at the totem pole up ahead. You can't miss it. It sticks out like a sore thumb.
Got a blast.
Wait, are you running away?
First rule of conflict resolution, grab the fan and run before the you-know-what hits.
Trust Chaska to make even running away sound cool.
Sorry about this. Just stall him for me, okay? I'll explain everything later.
Coordinate with Chaska by splitting up.
A golden-haired outlander and a white flying object. You must be the traveler in Paimon.
A white flying object. We've gotten white flying object, floating lavender melon, weird Sealy.
I heard Chaska was with you, but I suppose she's run away again, has she?
No.
Sorry, who are you?
Who am I? Only her father.
Oh.
She's supposed to go for a checkup every 3 months to see how her abyss condition is doing. We both agreed on it. But she's already missed 3 checkups this year. That's 3 out of 4.
Abyss condition?
Yes. She got exposed to abyssal energy as a young child. Then her birth parents abandoned her.
Yikes.
It's lucky those wild cucusaurs found her when they did, or she wouldn't have made it. They took her under their wing and raised her as one of their own.
Under the wings, plural?
Eventually, some riders out on patrol spotted her and brought her back to the tribe. But she was practically feral at that point. The moment you took your eyes off her, she'd be getting herself into a fight, or she'd run away to be with the Saurians. She seemed to prefer them to her own kind. She might as well have been a Saurian in human form.
It's like a weird parallel to Shenhe's story.
That must be the aloof period she mentioned, right?
Sounds like there was more going on than just being aloof.
We later discovered that her exposure to the abyss had planted seeds of conflict in her heart. So, we started trying to bring it under control. But ultimately, she's the only one who can control it. Anyway, she's much more human these days.
Yeah, don't worry about her. She seems pretty stable to Paimon. She's probably only avoiding the checkups because she thinks it'll stop you guys from worrying about her.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. She knows she needs to be careful. If her condition ever took a turn for the worse, she wouldn't be brushing it aside like this.
What's there to worry about?
It's just, every checkup she's been to, they find new cuts and bruises. Nothing to do with the abyss, of course. Oh no, that's all fine. The problem with her is, she's her own worst enemy. She's been living dangerously again, I'm sure of it. That's why she's avoiding the checkups. She wants to hide it from us.
Yeah, Paimon can see her doing that.
Oh. In the past, she always had Koichi to keep an eye on her. Now Koichi's gone, and I just... I don't want to lose another daughter.
Yikes.
Chaska's been increasingly reckless since Koichi passed. It's like she's trying to make up for it somehow.
Well, Koichi kind of had... Not that she had Chaska on a leash, but she balanced like, I feel like they both balanced each other out decently enough, even though they butted heads a lot.
Next time you see her, please tell her to be careful for me. Even if she doesn't want to hear it. If she doesn't want to do these checkups anymore, that's fine. I just want her to stop putting herself in harm's way.
Kuzco rambles on about Chaska and Koichi. You patiently listen until the bitter end. Did you know that when Ganyu was a child...
We should be back up with Chaska before it gets any later. To get to the totem pole, we need to head north, right?
Oh my gosh, the smalls in this game are so small. Imagine that.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to keep you so long. I don't get to talk about my daughters much. Once I got going, I lost track of time. I should be getting back to work now. So, oh, Chaska. Help me talk some sense into her, won't you?
I will do as you command.
Will
Let's
you?
go get ourselves some ants.
Let's go get ourselves some ants. Yellen has an ant collection. Guess who's in a dumb humor mood today? What the heck are these? Oh, these are the little guns from, we fight people that use these guns, don't we?
Hey, Chaska. Hey, Alba.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
It's all right. I bet my dad talked your heads off, huh? What did he say?
That used to run away from home nearly every other day, and that nearly half of your peers got beaten up by you as a kid.
I was sometimes a little impulsive back then.
Need some red ropes?
That's putting it mildly.
The memories. It feels like it was only yesterday when we brought you back and had Kuzco and his family take you in. Back then, no one imagined this feral child would grow up to be the strongest warrior of the Flower Feather clan.
Huh? You were the one that brought Chaska back to the tribe?
That's right. Elder Alpa was already a veteran rider by then. She spotted me while patrolling from the skies and tracked down my Kukasaur mom.
Oh, that's why mom was in quotation. Excuse me. That's why mom was in quotations.
Mom agreed it was time I tried to re-enter human society. But I didn't know the first thing about being civilized. I clashed with everyone who had to deal with me.
And look at you now. Renowned throughout the land as a peacemaker. How time flies. When the day comes that I can't fly anymore, it will be up to you to look after our tribe and our flying squad.
You know me, though. I'm not a natural commander. I'm better off as a lone wolf on the front line. So stick it out at least a few more years, okay? Give Koyer and the others time to come into their own.
Oh, stop.
Wait, so isn't the leader just the strongest warrior in the tribe? At least Paimon figured that's how your tribe would work.
Why would that be the way it works, Paimon?
Strength is certainly a core tenet in the Flower Feather clan. But strength means far more than martial prowess alone.
If it all came down to individual strength, I'd struggle to call myself a warrior, let alone a member of the flying squad. Any fighter in the tribe could take me down.
Really? I had you down as an elite warrior like Chaska.
Well, sorry to disappoint you. It was something I aspired to at one point. So much so that I went adventuring in the Cinder City, Ochkanatlan, to try and prove myself. But it was foolish of me. I wasn't ready.
Should I read the lore of Scroll of Cinder City artifact set before we go to Ochkanatlan? Ochkanatlan?
I came back empty-handed and seriously injured. The fact that I survived was something, I suppose. But after that, I never seriously considered myself a strong fighter.
Can after? Okay.
And yet, you still managed to become the leader of the flying squad, thanks to your experience and determination. All while battling those old injuries. Don't you think that's a display of strength in its own right?
Let's shelve this discussion for now. Traveler, Paimon, there are some simple refreshments on the table. Please help yourselves.
Thanks, homie.
Yes! Paimon was waiting for that part.
Didn't you just gorge yourself on a whole bunch of volcano cakes? That still sounds really good. Volcano cake sounds really good. I don't even know what it is.
They were for the snack stomach. The refreshment stomach still has plenty of space.
Great.
Paimon is so full.
It's canon that Paimon has multiple stomachs, right? Wasn't that discussed?
Well, if you're enjoying our hospitality, feel free to stay with us as long as you like.
Elder Alba? Something's come up.
What happened? Is it serious? Shall I deal with it?
It's... Some merchants showed up, not from our tribe. They said they're here to discuss some potential collaboration with us.
I played Skirk's story quest. Let's kill them all immediately before they kill us.
Why now? This is terrible timing. There are a few wingless that we haven't managed to reach yet, and we still haven't inspected the retrial arena.
Busy schedule.
Let me handle the other errands while you meet with the merchants. You shouldn't be trying to do everything at your age.
You should help too. Seems only fair after all that food we ate.
It helped the digestion process, and we're not here for a free lunch.
Huh. Well, much obliged. Cheska, the remaining wingless are all people you know. Let's see. Pishika now manages the floating target balloons. Waska's probably still addicted to eyes on the feathered prize, and Junon spends her days up on the flying platform, staring at the Cinder City. I'll leave you to tell them the news.
I had a friend in high school who had a gray cat, and its name was Cinder.
As long as you've thought it through, just go for it.
What if I haven't thought it through? What then? What then? What shall you do? Oh, what the? Check. Oh, check! The balloon target challenge. Huh.
Are you sure you don't want to reconsider, Pashika?
I appreciate it, boss. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with my life nowadays.
Pashika, they're redoing the flying trials. Huh? Mutona?
Did Alpa send you? I was just telling Pashika the news, actually. The way things are with the tribe these days. I mean, you don't need me to tell you. This here is no future for a seasoned warrior like you.
Come on, boss. Do you have any idea how long it's been? I've been wingless for years now. I'm not cut out for that anymore. Of course, I'll do my part if we ever need to defend the tribe. But there's really no point in me trying out for the flying squad now. I've already made my peace with it. Not everyone has what it takes to return to the sky after going wingless. Elder Alpa's perseverance is something else. And it's okay if I'm not destined for greatness. I might not have the Kukasaur's approval, but with my hot air balloons, I can still reach the skies.
He's got a good mindset about it. I thought these were shrimps. He's got a good mindset about it.
Handling these balloons every day, seeing how the customers react, the looks on their faces, that's enough for me.
Finding something you love doing can be just as hard as passing the flying trial. It's worth holding on to.
Fair enough. It's your choice. I won't force you.
Oh, by the way, you should try taking a balloon ride if you've got the time. Once you've been up there for yourself, you'll see why I love it so much.
A little busy, but next time for sure.
No problem. If you ever want to give it a try, you know where to find me.
That I do. Talk to the wingless. Talk to the stringless. It's currently on my collar.
A retrial? What's the point? I pretty much treat life like it's a game. No
Great.
Kukasaur is ever going to approve of that, no matter how many times I try.
Waskar, I can assure you, Kukasaurs wouldn't judge you for something like that.
Well, they must be judging me for something. Maybe I lack fighting spirit, or just don't have the talent. Not everyone's a natural like you. Don't waste your time on me. You'll have better luck with the ones who still have their heads in the clouds. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna treat myself to a few more games of Eyes on the Feathered Prize.
Yeesh, there's wingless, then there's being a total lost cause.
Roasted.
Used to be a fierce warrior, actually. But fighting spirit alone won't win you the Kukasaur's approval.
Are all Kukasaurs so strict? The ones in floating target balloons and Eyes on the Feathered Prize seem pretty chilled out.
It's one thing to hang out and have fun, but quite another to take to the skies with a human life on your back. Giving a ride to someone who's unqualified endangers not only the rider, but also the Kukasaur themselves. If the rider makes a mistake, they both suffer the consequences. So we have a mutual understanding with the Kukasaurs. If someone isn't up to standard, we have to reject them. Even if it means breaking their hearts.
Fair enough, Chaska. Where? Here. You're from out of town, ain't you?
I see.
Are you from?
So that's how it works.
Okay, I'll leave you alone, ma'am. Sorry to disturb you.
Our cherished companions.
So pretty.
Hey, Junan. Gazing out at Och Kanatlan again, huh?
Chaska? What are you doing here? Is something up?
The flying squad is hosting retrials again soon. Wanna give it another try?
Maybe you're forgetting the definition of wingless. I've failed so many times already that I've decided to call it quits for good. I'm done. Elder Alpa always goes out of her way to come and tell me when a new trial is coming up, and it's nice of her to think of me, but nothing's gonna change. I'm not going to suddenly pass just because they're holding another trial.
They're making some big changes to the arena this time, so the flying experience should be smoother than before. Koyer's gonna try again.
No, forget it. If I was genuinely good enough to make the squad, the location shouldn't affect my chances. A true rider can fly confidently whatever the conditions, like you and Elder Alpa.
Junan! They're redoing the... Huh? Chaska and the Traveler. You're already here.
We are.
I guess they told you already then. Come on, let's go train together.
I'm gonna sit this one out.
What? Why? But you've always looked up to Elder Alpa. She went wingless after her injury and spent years drifting, but even she came back and made it in the end. If she can do it, why can't you?
I mean, I don't have that kind of perseverance. And besides, the last thing I want to do is fail in front of her yet again.
Oh, come on. You know you don't need to worry about that. Alright, well, how about we just treat this as you being my mentor? Then will you train with me?
I mean...
Enough umming and ahhing. Let's just get up in the air and figure it out as we go.
Wait! Hold on, slow down. I can't keep up.
Well, that's one way to do it.
Junan unwittingly chose the hard way.
They've been best friends since they were kids. If anyone knows how to get Junan out of a rut, it's Koyer.
And they were roommates.
You helped Koyer deal with her internal conflict, and now she's done the same for someone else. You know, people often talk about how one conflict leads to another and so on. But sometimes in life, things spiral in a good direction instead.
That was sweet. Oh, that was Act 1 already.
It's not far from the tribe.
Keep trying. Oh, I'm already navigating there. You guys seen this? Smile, Shenhe. I will do as you command. Smile, Shenhe, except that. What just exploded beneath your feet just now? Some of these dudes are hiding like chests or ox or stuff. Alright, keep your secrets. More.
Oh, hey there, Chaska. Did Elder Alpa send you?
Yeah, she's got other things on her plate right now. How are things looking here?
Well, the inspection revealed numerous blockages all over the trial arena. It looks like they're the result of ley line disorders caused by repeat abyss invasions. Theoretically, we just need to clear those obstacles, and the arena will fill up with gaseous phlogiston again. But that's proving difficult to achieve in practice, for all sorts of reasons. Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself? Feel free to ask the staff for more details.
For more details, visit www.thestaff.gov. Oh, hey, Trial Chaska!
Why don't you head on down and check things out for yourself?
Okay. What do I do with this character again? In before Connery kills Chaska again. How the f do I? What the f do I do with this character? We can get plunge attack Chaska. Hello, cautious investigator. Is that on your? Is that on your? This guy looked like the hype man from the stadium.
I think it should be possible to clear this spot with just a few hard hits.
Will it now, kiddo?
But, there are signs of strange life in here. Meddling with it might be dangerous.
Whatever you say, boss. Oh, it's literally right here. Nope, nope, no. Hang on. Whoa! I didn't realize. I haven't noticed her weapon. Goodbye. Goodbye. How do I use this fucking character? Don't be such a... Oh my gosh, don't climb on that, Shenhe.
Do your master's bidding. Into the void. Let's fly.
Oh, that was it.
Done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
Can I fly up this with her? Kind of, not really. Okay, where are we going? Over here. Over here. Confused and doubtful. It's freeze, Chaska.
How strange. Why is there so much solid phlogiston here?
Well, could be from the Children of Echoes. Maybe I got swept up here due to the ley line disturbances? And I did see those strange markings on the cliff.
I can't think of a way to resolve this. Short of going all the way to the Children of Echoes to borrow it to Petlisaur.
There's one right here, home dog. Where am I supposed to be taking it, though? Or the instruction? The obstruction's up there.
Oh, are you here to help? Thank goodness. There's no way I could do all this by myself. So the blockage here has to be cleared using a special bomb, but carrying explosives up that steep slope would be a recipe for disaster.
Never stopped Alice and Klee.
If I dropped it or slipped and fell, I'd be blown to bits in an instant. So, my plan was to transport the bomb to the other side, then send it over in a hot air balloon. All I need now is for someone else to strike the balloon at the right moment, dropping the payload right on top of the spout, and problem solved. What do you think? Simple enough, right?
I can handle that. Is that hot air balloon up there yours, too?
Huh? Oh, that one. No, I've got no idea who that belongs to. Or how they got it up so high. I just wish I could fly up there and check out what kind of tech they're using. Ah, well. Getting the trial arena back in order is more important. I'll head over and set up now. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, sir. Hang on. Can we? There's no chance we can fly up that far with her.
All right, get ready.
You want me to shoot the balloon, right? Say when. When was I supposed to?
All right, get ready.
Nope. Oh, you gotta do it like immediately. Hey, but that's a different one.
All right, get ready.
Pressure getting to you? That was a pretty good Tepe impression. When it's right above this thing? Why does anything involving this character just baffle my little squirrel brain? That I did not deserve that game. I did not deserve that.
Take me up.
Oh my gosh. Can we get all the way up there? There's no chance we get up all the way up there with this. I thought that was gonna kill her.
How strange. Why is there...
Oh, could be from the Children of Echoes.
I can't think...
That was a separate... That was a separate one to this? Just in case you guys... Oh no! What were you supposed to do with these things, by the way? That, right? Ah. Something with which to commemorate this occasion. Get out of there. Okay, one more. Come on, Chaska, we can do this. Oh, you can't sprint as you rise. You can't sprint as you...
Right.
This is crazy. I put all of my strength into it, but it just won't break. Maybe Inkanak was right after all. If a stable structure is formed inside the solid phlogiston, I'll need to hit all the weak spots at the same time to break it. But how am I supposed to do that?
I was looking for a Saurus nearby to be like, you need to use this Saurus for this.
The gaseous phlogiston is being replenished. Looks like all the spouts have been unblocked. Let's head back up.
One of these days, I'm gonna... That's damaging me! One of these days, I'm gonna get a Chaska for myself and actually try to pay attention to how to... Where the fuck are we going? Okay. Skirk just burning her tootsies. Tootsies, air quotes. Are you quite alright?
I thought I was done for. Oh, this spout should be good now. Thank you very much.
No problem, boss. His neck snap as he, here, Yella, you've got a lot of HP. What? I needed to get up there. Don't look at me like that. You are just a treasure. Thanks.
Wow, you took care of everything in no time at all. Incredible work. Now we just have to wait until the gaseous phlogiston is fully replenished.
Incredible work.
The retrials.
Incredible work, she says. It's like when I had to run all across Eastern Tavat looking for butter, and we get back and Albedo was like, that was fast. It's like, thanks.
Actually, Inkanak, I'd like to do a test flight first, just to make sure we're not missing anything. Could you arrange that for me?
Huh? But you only just finished getting the arena ready. There could still be other hazards we're unaware of.
All the more reason to have me test it out. Think of it as another inspection.
I guess you're right. With your flying skills, you won't be in any serious danger, even if there are hazards we overlooked.
The conditions in this area seem a little unstable, but a test flight is the only way to catch any lingering issues.
All right, I'll get things set up for you. Just let me know when you're ready.
Oh boy, this is not gonna go well. I can already tell.
Are you ready? This should be a piece of cake for Chaska.
Thanks.
But still, try to be careful.
I'm sure she'll be fine.
All right, then spread your wings and fly.
Oh boy.
Let's fly.
Oh hey, this is pretty straightforward actually. I thought this was gonna be infinitely more complicated than it is. Could I have destroyed that, could I have destroyed that balloon that was right there? Dude, look at this rock. Listen to this rockin' music. Oh, get it!
Giddy up.
That's not where we're supposed to be going. Oh, over here! What? Oh, I ran out of juice. Here, there's juice right here.
Take me up.
It was the last one.
Was amazing. Paimon couldn't take her eyes off you.
Any further issues?
No, nothing major. Give it a few days, and we should be able to conduct the trials.
Help! Help me! You're from the Flower Feather clan, right? Please, come quick, you've got to help us.
Is this guy from Fontaine?
Catch your breath first. What's the situation?
He's like a Fontaine. He's got like a Fontaine hat.
We got attacked by a Kukasaur. My friends are still stranded in the middle of the road with the goods we were transporting. Please, I'm begging you, save them.
Huh? Are Kukusaurs really that aggressive? Do they usually attack groups of people unprovoked?
Not in my experience, but there are exceptions to every rule. Let's go check it out.
Bro, relax. Him growling.
Ouch!
Ouch!
I've never seen such an aggressive Kukusaur.
Oh, hey, Toppa.
Tasca? Traveler? This is a surprise.
Elder Alpa? Huh. So, where's this aggressive Kukusaur we've heard about?
Already flew away. Looks like it backed off once it realized that reinforcements were coming.
So why do you think it attacked these people in the first place? Was it after the food?
No. These merchants are even transporting food.
Ah, thank goodness. The phlogiston wings are intact.
Phlogiston wings.
Thank you so much for coming to our rescue. These phlogiston wings are our most prized goods. If anything happened to them, it would ruin us.
She's an Animo vision wielder. I just now noticed that.
Wait a minute. Are you the merchants that were looking to collaborate with us? Wormy told me about you.
Yeah, that's us. So I take it you're Elder Alpa?
I am. You must be exhausted from your journey, not to mention shaking up from the attack. Let me bring you back to our tribe to rest. We can talk business after you've recovered.
But Elder Alpa, what about the Kukusaur attack?
Well, our guests here weren't seriously injured, and their goods are intact. Perhaps that Kukusaur was just having a bad day.
We all have those kinds of days where you just attack random merchants.
There are so many of them around here. You'd expect something like this every once in a while. I don't think we need to pursue it any further. More importantly, how are the preparations for the flying trials going? Is everything in order over at the arena?
Everything's on track.
Huh? Did you say flying trials? What a coincidence! Sounds like a perfect use case for our phlogiston wings. You'll be pleasantly surprised by what they can do.
Oh, really? Now I'm intrigued.
Well then, let's forget all about this Kukusaur attack for now. We have some serious business to discuss.
Huh? So that's it? That all went smoother than expected. Well, guess we'd better get going. Huh? Chaska?
What you looking at?
A blood-stained feather.
The incident is forgotten about and peace returns to the Flower Feather clan. The next few days are uneventful except for the flying trial preparations, but continue as this. No, stop it! Stop it!
The Flower Feather clan should be about ready to hold the new flying trials by now. Let's go check it out.
My stomach after French onion soup. Also, not my joke. That's a Bow VTuber joke. Don't mind me, just stealing content over here. Oh, it's down. It's not up. It's right here. I thought that was a Fatui agent for a second. Let me use the restroom real quick and then we'll hop back into this. Skirk.
Ah, Traveler and Paimon. You came.
We did.
Yep, and it looks like we made it just in time. Although, can't say the same for the Cuckoosaurs. Bit of a low turnout, huh?
Yeah, you'll see why soon enough.
All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, fly!
What the f-
Whoa! We're really flying!
That's what those boxes were that's what those that's what those boxes that we saw scattered on the ground were. She's got a Pokeball.
I feel light as a feather. I'm flying without a Cuckoosaur.
These phlogiston wings are awesome.
What's going on? Paimon can barely believe her eyes. How did they fly all on their own?
I can't believe my eyes. What happened while we were gone?
The merchants we ran into that day were selling a product called phlogiston wings. It's a flying machine worn on the back. To operate it, you just use a handheld trackball that controls the flow of gaseous phlogiston.
That's incredible.
Yeah. If our tribe, well, if Natlan mass adopted this technology, it would revolutionize our mobility and responsiveness in times of crisis.
Imagine having that during the war.
Just think of the countless tragedies that could be averted.
I feel like I'm dreaming. Did I really just fly on my own without the help of a Kukasaur?
You'd better believe it. Plus, you just passed a flying trial. Right, Elder Alba?
Skara punching the air, or rather, Wanderer punching the air right now.
Elder Alpa?
Should this really count as a pass if we did the trial using phlogiston wings?
Why not? The scoring rubric is about flying performance. It doesn't specifically say you have to ride a Kukasaur, does it?
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, even Chaska had to ride a Kukasaur in a trial, right? And the whole point of the trial is to test both your flying technique and your ability to work with a Saurian companion.
Well, if we can fly by ourselves, maybe we don't need to test the ladder anymore.
Chaska, Traveler, what are your thoughts on this new invention?
It's an unknown. Should use it with caution. Who were the I guess they were just random craftsmen from Fontaine, I guess. He looked Fontanian.
Right? That's what I think too.
I agree that they have strategic value, but I don't think it makes any sense to evaluate candidates by the current testing standards if they're using phlogiston wings.
Make a separate testing standard.
Why? Shunan finally mustered the courage to go through with this. And now you're saying it doesn't count?
I don't have any experience using these wings in battle, nor is it immediately obvious how to incorporate them into the existing systems in our tribe. Taking a longer-term perspective, I think we need to start by getting thoroughly acquainted with how these things work. Then we can develop a new trial format with new assessment criteria, tailored to candidates using the phlogiston wings.
You all raise valid points. But Chaska, while your proposal sounds perfectly reasonable, it would probably take years to put it into practice. We lost so many people in that war. These phlogiston wings could be exactly what we need to strengthen our forces and boost morale in this trying time. And as for real-world battle experience, there will be plenty of opportunities to gain that. I have high hopes for you, Junon.
Huh? Hey, stop staring into space! Say thank you!
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Elder Alpa.
You have nothing to thank me for. Remember, the way you got your wings back was by relying on yourself.
Oh, Elder Alpa! Bad news! Kukasaurs are attacking the merchants again!
Why are they?
Again? Okay, everyone, stay put while I...
Huh? Chaska?
Guns and wings.
Why
The
did Chaska
much-
mess up like that? And then Elder Alpa and the others too? Anyway, let's go see what this is all about.
The much anticipated competitor to Guns N' Roses. Hello there.
Oh, it's back! It found us again! Run! Get out of here!
Cheap.
Curses. She's really riled up this time. Hey! Stop running! We'll never outrun a creature with wings! Get back here and let's fight!
Stop, all of you!
Oh, hi.
Chaska! Oh, wonderful! Quick, get rid of that thing!
It's a bird, bro.
What's What's going on? Why isn't she doing anything?
So it really is you.
Oh,
Sister.
Oh, that's not what I was about to say.
Wait, sister? That Kukusaur is Chaska's sister?
One from one from her, from the birds that raised her? Huh.
Koya, wait!
Koya. Koya?
Is Chaska gonna be okay? Should we go check on her?
I forgot that I entered this while being indwelled in a Kukusaur.
Is everyone all right?
We're okay. No serious injuries. Thank goodness you all got here just in time.
What was wrong with that Kukusaur? Why was it so aggressive? If we just let it escape back into the wild, who's to say it won't attack again?
That's actually a kind of a nice picture, isn't it? I like me an artful background blur.
Chaska, are you okay?
For a nanosecond when she said sister, my brain was like, Koichi she got reincarnated as a Kukusaur? But that doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. For a nanosecond, I thought that's what it was talking about.
I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry.
You're not going to keep following her, are you? Or you're not going to keep following her?
No point. She's an expert at hiding her tracks. Once she's shaken you off, you'll never catch up to her. At least, I always used to lose to her at hide and seek when we were kids.
When you were kids?
Well, yeah. You know I was raised by Kukusaurs.
I do.
Anyway, she and I grew up in the nest together. Her name's Koya, and she's my big sister. We played together all the time, chasing each other through treetops or mountaintops. It felt like it would go on that way forever. Until the day I was sent back to live with the humans.
You know, the reason I was so surprised is because for some reason I thought that all of her family Kukusaurs all died out for some reason. I don't know why I thought that, but...
Not all Kukusaurs are friendly towards people. Koya, for instance, she's fine with me because we grew up around each other, but she's not fond of other humans. When Mom decided to send me away, Koya strongly protested, and after I left, she became more and more reluctant to interact with humans.
Maybe she thinks that humans stole you away from her.
It's a possibility, but in any case, we still stayed best friends at first. I had a hard time adjusting to life in the tribe. So whenever something went wrong, I'd run off into the wild and vent to Koya.
That's sweet.
Ah, so that's what Uncle Cusco was talking about. He said you seemed to prefer hanging out with Saurians to your own kind back then.
Yeah, I did. But then, gradually, everything changed. With a new mom and dad, a new tribe, and Koichi, I started getting curious about these humans. I made an effort to understand their behavior. The more time I spent with them, the less I spent with Koya. And then, one day, it was Koya's turn to leave the nest. She sought me out and asked if I was willing to leave the tribe and go live in the wilderness with her. As far as I can remember, That was the first time she ever approached a human settlement on purpose.
So, how did you answer her?
Well, I wouldn't be standing here talking to you if I'd said yes.
In other words, you turned her down.
No, I was torn. On the one hand, I'd already made up my mind to embrace my new family and accept my human identity. But I also knew that Koya wasn't a fan of humans, and I didn't want to disappoint her. She took my hesitation as an answer. She saw it as a personal betrayal, threw a huge fit, and then flew off. We hadn't seen each other since, well, until today.
Oh man, that was your first interaction since that day.
Not for a lack of trying, though. I tried asking Mom where Koya's new nest was so I could talk things out with her. But Koya had already asked Mom not to tell me where she'd moved to. It must be hard for Mom, being stuck between her two daughters. So I didn't press the issue. And I didn't go looking for her.
But after today's events...
If things carry on like this, I need to make sure I find her before anyone else. Even if she doesn't want to see me. For now, let's bring the wounded back to the tribe. And see what Mutota and Elder Alpa have in mind.
What was wrong with that kook? If we just let it...
Oh. Same interaction. Oh, I can just teleport right to the reputation place. After attending to the wounded, Mutota grabs everyone for a meeting.
I hear there's been another Kukasaur attack.
Ha! I knew it! They're wild animals, and they can't be trusted.
So am I.
Hey, show a little respect. The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Maybe in the flying squad, but they don't give a hoot about the rest of us.
Well, now that we have the phlogiston wings, do we even need the Kukasaurs anymore?
Are you kidding? How are we supposed to protect our tribe without them?
I didn't mean it like that.
Huh? Protect our tribe? Or are you just scared that your precious flying squad will lose its prestigious position?
You take that back!
Things are changing so quickly.
Chaska, there's a conflict emerging there. Aren't you going to nip it in the bud?
Skirk could have warned you about foreign merchants.
The whole tribe's talking about this now. Breaking up a single fight won't solve anything.
True.
The real source of conflict here is the phlogiston wings. And what happened with Koya.
On any other day, people would just brush this attack aside. After all, clashes between wild Kukasaurs and humans are no more common than those between people.
But now that the phlogiston wings have entered the equation, it's sparked a debate over whether our tribe needs the Kukasaurs at all.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City. Back then, Lord Ochkon's hatred of the Saurians nearly destroyed the peace forged by the Pyro Archon. Chaska, to prevent things from deteriorating further, I'd like to task you with restoring peace to the tribe.
I will.
Traveler, you've already done so much for Natlan, and the Flower Feather clan has no right to ask more of you. But...
working with Chaska, say no more. I'm in. Chaska's my friend. And the Flower Feather tribe are Chaska's my friend.
Thank you.
And don't forget about Paimon. Just leave this to us.
This whole situation has unfolded so quickly that it's put us on a back foot. To tell the truth, it makes me a little suspicious.
You think someone might have orchestrated all this?
It's possible. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. Also, Chaska, could you try to keep a low profile while you're out there digging around? We don't want to give our hand away.
I'll do my best.
Okay, so where should we start?
This all began with Koya's attacks. If we can find out what led her to do it, that should give us something to work with.
Will she even talk to us, though? She probably won't talk to us. Will she even talk to you?
Unlikely. Given how she reacted when I showed up, I don't think she's forgiven me. If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. Let's go see my mom.
It's the boss, Kukusar. Visit Chaska's mother. That was my, oh my gosh, glue the balls out here. That was my Arlecchino impression. Any birds I can indwell on the way? Bird? Bird? Oh, I'm taking damage. Bird. I can charge up her burst right now to get it to the little diamond, the little yellow diamond on top of her burst once it's full. Is that just meaning that it's full, or what is the diamond signifying? Just signifying full. Okay. That's simple enough. How did I get more phlogiston just now? Probably from something like that right there. Air currents. Insufficient phlogiston. Oh, I can't even attack without phlogiston. That makes sense. Sounds like a horse when it does that. Mother?
Wow, so this is where you used to live as a child?
Mm-hmm. When I was little, we used to do this thing where I'd jump from the top of this tree, and Koya would fly over from the platform and catch me in midair. Or sometimes we'd both fly from the treetop together, and then after some aerial maneuvering, she'd throw me up onto that platform. After we got a bit older, we went to the nearby shores looking for even greater heights.
Stop! You're gonna get Paimon a heart attack!
I mean, she's here. She survived.
Really? I just thought it made a fun story.
I liked it.
Then I'll share more with you when there's time. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. Hey, Mama Bird, I'm back. My last visit was only a week ago, wasn't it?
Aw.
See? I visit you more than I visit Papa Cusco. I brought a couple of friends with me. These are the Traveler and Paimon. Traveler, Paimon, this is my mom. Her name is Chimpu. In the human tongue, anyway.
Her name is Chimpu in the human tongue. In the Saurian tongue, it's...
Hi!
So you understand Saurian language?
No, not really. I don't speak it as such, but I can sort of get the gist. Although only with Mom and Koya, since I spent my formative years with them. Even then, it's basically a best guess based on their sounds, body language, and expressions. Seems to work about 9 times out of 10, anyway. As for whether Mom understands me, I can't always tell. But somehow we still manage to communicate. Call it the family bond, I guess. Don't worry. I'm doing well, but I think Koya might be in some trouble.
Chaska explains the situation to Chimpu through a series of gestures.
I know she's never been a fan of humans, but she's never deliberately attacked them before either. What's behind this sudden change?
Watch me indwell your mom, bro.
Does, Auntie Chimpu know anything?
Doesn't look like it. Koya hasn't visited her in a long time. Then could you please tell me where she's living nowadays? I really need to talk to her.
She was instructed not to tell you where she is.
If this animosity between her and the tribe continues, then the next time there's an incident, I don't know if I'll make it there in time.
What's she saying?
She said she'll take us there. Thank you, Mom.
If I had a nickel for every bird mom we have... It's weird that it happened twice. How the f... do I get over there? What's on top of here, by the way? Is there anything I need to switch to a character with Natlan people in it. To a character with Natlan people in it? I need to switch to a party with Natlan people in it. There's so many tall cliffs and stuff around here. I hopped out of that way too early. Ooh, 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 ooh. Is there a Saurus around here? Is there a thesaurus around here? Because there's one of these things. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Oh, there's one. There's fun. Ooh, I could Aoife. I could Aoife myself. Who should Aoife replace? Sorry, Dia.
Here's to a safe journey.
Here's to a safe journey. How much HP you got? Oh my gosh! Wait, where's this one going? Okay, there's phlogiston in midair right here. Fun. Okay. We're going clear over there.
Let's go.
Oh, I don't have any more. Hello? Hello? I should have just stayed up in the air.
Mind the wind.
Oh, I thought I could. There we go. I'm out of stamina. I'm tired, boss. What the heck is this as well? We're off the map, Jack.
This is a really remote location. Because she was trying to get as far away from humans as possible.
That checks out. Oh, shrine of depths over there. Oh, this is on the. Ooh.
We stay here? Okay. Got it. Traveler. Paimon. Mom says we should stay out of sight for now. She'll talk to Koya first. Koya is very hostile toward humans right now. So if we show up unannounced, it might just make things worse.
Got it. Gotcha, gotcha. Up and away, as they say.
Any idea what they're saying?
You don't have to yell whenever you speak, Paimon. You realize that, right? Especially when we're hiding.
Sounds like things are more complicated than I imagined. There's evidence in this area suggesting that Koya might have been the victim of a human attack.
Ooh, yikes.
No,
What's wrong?
it's Chime, Koya's child. The attackers kidnapped her. They came over the sea, under the cover of night, and they took Chime.
What the heck? Who would do such a thing?
I searched day and night, and finally found them.
When she says them, the merchants. Are you?
Oh, yeah! T'Pol's contraption is working like a charm. Got her in one.
Hey, there's another one. Wait, is that the one that got away last time?
Who cares? Just get them all. T'Pol pays us per catch.
Oh, they're not dead. I thought both of them just got whacked right then and there.
Chaska? How do you get here? Quick!
Ow, you dick!
Don't you even think about running away.
Here, I'll apply some pyro and then I'll switch. Never mind.
Don't come any closer, or I'll... Go, Phlogiston Wings! Take me out of here!
Uh-oh, looks like it malfunctioned.
This is bad. Mom and Koya are already injured. And if that thing explodes right next to them...
Help! Elemental energy suppresses it! Please, someone!
Get back!
Oh. Ooh, look at these tiles.
It's still going, and it's getting worse.
Guess we need a more permanent solution. All right then.
I love this. This is so pretty. More of this stuff, please. Chaska throws the malfunctioning trackball into the distance. Moments later, a huge explosion rings out of the ocean.
That was too close. I thought I was gonna die.
That can still be arranged. Don't look at me like that.
Answer us honestly. Were you the ones who attacked Koya before?
They're alive. I really thought that we just watched them die on screen because I didn't see them breathing. I didn't see them like moving around. I thought that their models just went limp and motionless. I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" It was very zenless. Yeah, I liked that a lot.
No, it was.
Well, she says it was you.
If you still want to deny it, we have other ways of making you talk.
Just tell me, who sent you here?
It was T'Pol. He told us to catch all the wild Kukasaurs we can find. And he also said that this Kukasaur has become a thorn in his side, so it needs dealing with urgently.
T'Pol? Huh. Sounds familiar. But where from?
Where is he now?
Well, he tends to send his orders in writing. He pretty much never communicates with us in person. When he does, he wears a mask to hide his face.
Weird. I thought, only because of the mask, I thought that it was, Fatui.
And whenever we trade Kukasaurs for Phlogiston Wings, we deal with his henchmen.
So you didn't even make those wings?
Wait, didn't we see that guy over by the... Didn't we see him at the release of the jetpacks?
All we did was slap some labels on them and transport them over here, to make them look like they're imported.
To make it harder to trace their origins.
Why does he want you to catch Kukusaurs?
I don't know. Honest.
This guy's dead. This guy's detonated. This guy's super dead. This guy's dead with a capital dead. What the fuck,
that's mighty
Connery?
convenient, huh? What about if I held a gun to your head? Would that change your answer?
He's like, no, I'm not saying anything. What if the gun is this big?
No need. I'm sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. T'Pol doesn't tell us much, but he always stresses that he wants them alive.
Weird.
So that gives us some clues. This is just a best guess, of course, but we suspect that the gaseous phlogiston stored in the trackballs is drawn directly from the Kukusaurs.
What an asshole. What?
What?
That's what I said.
Easy now. You're still injured. Hey, keep talking.
Yes, ma'am. So, the gaseous phlogiston has to be highly refined in order to power the phlogiston wings. The slightest imperfection can have disastrous consequences, as you just witnessed. But the Kukusaurs have a natural ability to process gaseous phlogiston. So, if you use them as an intermediary, then...
That's enough. So the Kukusaurs you took, where are they now?
T'Pol should have them. But no one knows where he's based, apart from him and his henchmen.
No, he's not based. Get that out of your mind right now.
We've tried looking for it ourselves, even followed them a few times. But we always end up losing track of them.
Random thought. Maybe they're hiding up in the sky?
I guess this means we can't go after their ringleader just yet.
T'Pol. I'm sure I've heard that name. Maybe it was...
Jaska, Traveler.
How the hell did you get out here? Oh, duh. She's a veteran rider.
That voice! It's Alpa!
Elegant.
Elder Alba? What brings you all the way out here?
Well, I was patrolling nearby when I heard the sound of an explosion. What's going on?
I was just Let me fill you in. You explained T'Pol's scheme to Alpa.
I don't believe it.
Elder Alba, does the name T'Pol ring a bell to you? I feel like I've seen it written down before. Maybe in a list of candidates for the flying trials?
Huh? So he's a member of your tribe then?
No. If he was a member of the Flower Feather clan, I'd definitely know him.
Shall we head back to the tribe and do some investigating? You know something.
Now that you mention it, I do remember a young man from outside our tribe who came to participate in our flying trials once.
I did see. When I saw that guy, I even thought that he looked out of place. I was like, I think I actually even said like, I thought that guy was a Fatui agent. Haha, Sonny.
You were away on a mission at the time, which is probably why you don't remember him. He was a craftsman from the Children of Echoes, but he'd always dreamed of soaring the skies, so he wanted to join our flying squad.
The Children of Echoes? That's rare.
But despite his best efforts, he unfortunately failed to pass the trial and gain the Kukusaur's approval. In the end, he went wingless and returned dejected to the Children of Echoes.
Wingless, huh? Maybe he invented the phlogiston wings to get revenge on the Kukusaurs.
That would track.
Perhaps. Or maybe it's simply his way of dealing with his regrets over his past flying endeavors.
Either way, it doesn't excuse his abuse of the Kukusaurs. I'm gonna take these guys back and expose the truth to the tribe. It's time for this conflict to end.
Easy, Chaska. Remember what I said about keeping a low profile? The ringleader still hasn't shown himself, and this man's allegation about powering the phlogiston wings with Kukusaurs is only speculation. Bringing these men to the tribe now won't win over any current supporters of the phlogiston wings. In fact, it may even escalate the conflict further. After all, many are mistrustful of the Kukusaurs after recent events.
Is that why T'Pol waited until now to try to capture my sister?
I don't know. I mean, he did tell us to spread negative rumors about the Kukasaurs and slip some Mora to anyone opposed to them, but...
Great.
But Koya only attacked humans because they stole her child!
Nevertheless, we will be hard-pressed to change people's minds while emotions are running high. Unless we have irrefutable evidence.
I will decapitate T'Pol and give you his head.
Bravo! My thoughts exactly. In the meantime, leave these men with me. I'll escort them back to the tribe.
Why am I moderately sus of you?
I'll take the other members of their crew into custody too. They won't get another chance to stir up trouble.
Fair enough. I guess finding T'Pol is gonna be the key to resolving this conflict. Let's hope the Children of Echoes have some info on him. Sorry, whatever it is, it'll have to wait till this is all blown over. I have to fix this situation before it spirals out of control.
Chaska is one of the few characters who has very defined and like bright lipstick lip gloss. You think that's because the Kukusaurs have red beaks?
Mom, sis, rest up and get well soon. I gotta fly.
Gotta blast. Everyone departs, leaving only Chimpu and Koya. If you're worried, go ahead and follow her. Don't worry about me. Mom can take care of herself. Got it. She cares. She's just pissed. Felt betrayed and abandoned. For what? Some humans? You have under 3,000 HP, my guy. No offense.
Got a job for me?
Also...
This will be a productive partnership, I hope.
You did what to animals? Father's gonna come kick your ass.
So Alpa says that T'Pol's from the Children of Echoes. But how do we track him down? Just ask around until we find him?
Let's start by talking to someone we know. It'll be faster that way. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest person to find is... Wakey, wakey, Shilonen!
Oh,
she's
it's
in the
you.
tree!
Okay, give me a second. I'll come down.
She's just chilling in a tree! Catnap! I love her. Seems like you two both love climbing trees.
I climb trees to fly further and see farther. I don't usually stop for a nap.
Well, we're not all like you. Always full of energy, even after flying around all day. Yeah. So, you've come all this way and interrupted my precious nap time. Might I inquire as to, why?
Okay, for those of you who weren't there, our summoning spot for Shilonen was the Winderise tree, and we got her at the Winderise tree, and I was slightly confused why you guys told me to go to like climb up into a tree, but I was like, I guess she's an ocelot. I guess that makes sense. That's hilarious and adorable. I love her so much.
I'm sorry, Shilonen, but it couldn't wait. Does the name T'Pol mean anything to you? He's a craftsman, apparently.
Huh. T'Pol. Yeah, that rings a bell. I think that's Puma's child.
Seeing the tribe right now?
Nope, I'm afraid you're a few years too late. Why are you looking for him?
Years? It's a long story. I'll explain the long story. Simply and briefly, though.
Phlogiston wings. Wow, okay. The kid actually pulled it off. Well, looks like no more rest for me today.
Pulled it off? You mean he's tried making something like this before?
Yeah, he started trying to build a flying machine right after he got back from the Flower Feather clan.
So right after he went wingless then. Was this flying machine anything like the gun you made me?
Oh, Shilurn also Bro. Because Shilurn also made Turbo Twirly too.
You mean your gun that's harder to tame than the proudest Kukasaur? No,
That's what she said.
He wanted to build something that allows anyone to fly freely, even if they're not naturally gifted. But he never got very far back then, though. Blew up his workshop a few times and barely made it out alive. I never really kept up with him after that. His parents traveled a lot in their youth and only returned to the tribe after he was born. But they settled in a remote area and don't interact with other people much. Which means most people in the tribe don't know them very well. Your best bet is to chat to his direct family. I'll go get Puma. Wait for me in front of the workshop. I won't be long.
Ocelot going to grab Puma. Don't take too long or I'll Puma pants.
All right.
Anyways. Where are we going? We're going into the Children of Echo's place. Growing up in Colorado, I always called them mountain lions. I never called them pumas or cougars or anything. Short while later at Children's Workshop.
I'm back. Allow me to introduce to Paul's mother, Puma.
Hello, we're...
Oh, save the pleasantries. I don't want to spend any longer talking about that boy than I have to.
Oh, shit.
Huh?
I disowned him long ago. He is no child of mine. All he cared about was his pipe dream of reaching the sky. Oh, we tried to talk sense into him, but he was obsessed. And then when he left us, he spouted some nonsense about building a workshop in the sky to avoid the constant criticism of us ground dwellers. He left his notebook behind. Whatever questions you have, you can look for them in there. I am done talking about him.
So, would you mind if the fourth of the Fatui Harbingers and Chaska just kind of...
He's no son of mine. He never called me Mom anyhow.
Ouch. Wait, why was Mom in quotation marks for that?
Wow, they've really fallen out. Paimon sure wasn't expecting that.
Her husband, T'Pol's father, he passed away recently, and T'Pol didn't even bother to show his face at the funeral.
What an asshole.
If you ask me, that was probably the final straw for Puma. I'll go keep her company. If there's anything else you need, just come and find me.
Thank you.
Okay, so this notebook is the only lead we got now, right? What's in there?
Log number 97. The experiment was a failure. As expected, the technology of Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City, is not so easily replicated. The floating device, bereft of the relic support, fell quickly. Is that a power output issue or a weight issue? It seems that we'll have to rely on components obtained from Cinder City for the time being. Log number 120. Those blasted British boars! How dare they question my ideals? It's just a few smashed workshops. If we cannot even take such a minuscule risk, how can we ever surpass our predecessors? Whatever. The relic remains within my possession. As long as I continue my research, I will surely make progress. Log number 133. Even Father and Puma refuse to support me now. Put up to it by those vulgarians in the tribe, I'm sure. But so what? So what if no one in this world supports me? I have my own ways. It's time to leave this place. My dream is the entire sky itself. He doesn't even refer to her as Mom. Indeed, just refers to her as Puma.
Some early designs for the phlogiston wings, and some theorizing about an airborne workshop. Ochkanatlan, the Cinder City. Looks like that's where he got his technological inspiration from.
So, was he serious about the workshop in the sky? But that's such a big project for one person. Do we think he actually pulled it off?
You know, we did see the floating balloon way up high above during the thing that we were doing. The thing I was like, can we get up there with just Chaska by yourself? Doesn't look like it. Up and away. Haven't we seen that somewhere before?
Oh, yes. The one from the trial arena that was super high up.
That balloon has been there for a while, and everyone's been wondering how it got up there, but what if that's the wrong question? What if it started off even higher up, above the clouds and out of view, and it only descended to its current height due to some kind of malfunction?
In other words,
Part of T'Pol's workshop?
Seems likely. If T'Pol's base had been hiding above the clouds this whole time, that would definitely explain why Isidore couldn't find it.
I totally called it! But how do we get up there? Chaska, can you even fly that high?
By myself? Possibly. But with a passenger, no chance. I doubt even phlogiston wings could take you up that high. At least, not without that relic T'Pol mentioned in his notebook.
Yeah, and he's probably holding on to it. We'll have to find another way.
can you fly up that high? We talked about that before. Just like what's the maximum height that Paimon can float?
Nope. That's way beyond Paimon's altitude. Also, would you really expect Paimon to go up there and take on T'Pol all by herself?
Yes.
Let's not worry. Just because we can't think of a solution doesn't mean no one else can. I'm not the only flying expert in my tribe, you know.
Oh, good point. We should go ask Elder Alpa.
And Mutoda. He was quite the flying ace back in the day, too. Let's head back and see what they suggest.
Indeed. Oh, hey, there's... Just chilling in the corner there.
How's the sleuthing going?
We're good for now. How's Puma doing?
Hanging in there. She seems to have calmed down now. I'll check in with her again later. I think something about handing you that notebook meant she was finally able to let go of a few things, so maybe this was for the best.
Double cat. Okay. Orange cat behavior. Orange squirrel behavior. Dia doesn't make a lot of sense in this team.
Gonna be epic.
Wait, would Yansan work in this team with Arle? Not at level 40, she wouldn't.
Gonna be epic.
Just default support.
No more Kukasaurs. We want phlogiston wings.
Have you gone mad? The Kukasaurs are our partners.
Although I get where they're coming from, so with just mouthing the Kukasaurs, never make that too far. Although I get where they're coming from, isn't bad mouthing the Kukasaurs going a step too far? But without the phlogiston wings, I'll never make it.
Chaska, you're finally back. Things are getting really tense in the tribe.
I noticed.
Have you made any headway with your investigation?
Some people even think we arrested the merchants just to support the flying squad and crack down on the phlogiston wings.
If things are still escalating even though we've rounded out the merchants, maybe there are other parties out there fanning the flames too.
We found some promising leads, but there's a major obstacle standing between us and the irrefutable evidence we need.
Chaska explains what you found out about T'Pol and your theory about the airborne workshop.
A relic from the Cinder City? So Ochkon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
An airborne workshop and a hot air balloon above the trial arena. And that's where you're trying to get to now?
Any ideas how we can get up there?
Neither phlogiston wings nor a cuckoosaur can take you that high up. Do you really think that's where T'Pol is hiding?
You know what? There might just be a way.
Rivali's Gale.
Really?
Do you still remember those spouts in the arena? When they were all blocked, the gaseous phlogiston was trapped and unable to flow. But now, it's flowing freely. If we were to block them up again...
You mean all of them except the one at the very top of the arena? To build up the pressure there?
Precisely. With all the gaseous phlogiston flowing through one spout, it would create a high-pressure wind current.
And then we just ride it up into the sky!
In other words, we ride it up and away.
Yes, it has its risks, but with Chaska's abilities, I think she could manage it.
It's an extremely risky approach, but I agree that it's feasible.
If you want to give it a try, check with Inkanak at the trial grounds. She can explain how to block the spouts. Chaska, if anyone has a hope of seizing this evidence from the high heavens, it is you. We'll do our best to manage the conflict within the tribe while you're gone. Hopefully, it'll buy you some time.
Chief, we should put a defense plan in place, just in case.
Sorry, I just clipped you with my foot. Hold on. Are you kidding me, Arle? Okay. Those spiked heels not working out for you in some cases, huh? You heard of the trial arena, explain the situation to it.
Goodness me, that is a very bold idea.
Maybe so, but we have to act fast. What's the quickest way for us to block off the spouts?
From a technical perspective, I'd have to advise taking some measurements and carefully planning this out first. But I'm guessing that's not what you want to hear.
Not really how we roll.
Then we'll have to take the rough and ready approach. See the solid phlogiston over there? Our prior inspections revealed that some kind of stable structure has formed inside, making it highly damage resistant. It's not without its weak points, but unless they're all struck at the same time, the structural integrity won't be threatened.
So, what happens if we do strike them all at once?
We know, we've already done that. Why did I almost call you Kutching? What the fuck? We've already done that. We've already done one of those things, Paimon.
It'll collapse.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
Yeah, you got it. As long as you hit all the weak spots at once from the right angle, the solid phlogiston will fall right on top of the spout and block it up.
You're right about rough and ready. Sounds like my kind of plan.
All right. I've got another trial, Chaska. Let's go kill this What wings look really good on her?
Take me up. Bullseye.
Oh, I thought there was gonna be like a dialogue or something for that, for what we did. I thought you were gonna tell me something. Okay, up there. I could have just Shilonen my way up there.
Look! There's a chunk of solid phlogiston right over that spout!
No, 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 you're dying! Get out! Get out! There we go. Up there.
Let's fly. Open fire.
Open sesame! And then over here.
Open fire!
And from this angle. Oh, I'm running out! Nolan's wings. Oh, the KFC. I forgot that they did a KFC. I thought that KFC did a thing. No, 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 no.
Take me up!
Oh my gosh. Help me out, Ocelot.
It actually worked! But wait, how are Paimon and the Travelers supposed to get up there?
Koya can give you a lift. She's
Oh.
actually been following us this whole time.
She's like, I thought I was being slick.
Wow, Paimon didn't notice at all.
Why didn't she come and join us? Why do you think we were in the village, Ether?
Well, probably because she didn't want to get too close to humans. Or maybe just me. But right now, we need her power.
Whoa, you didn't even have to summon her.
Yes, up there. That's probably where Chime is. All right, let's go have a little talk with this T'Pol.
Talk, quote unquote. Flick safety off of... Revolvers don't have safeties. Flick safety off of... Navia's shotgun also doesn't have a safety. I'm barely in this ring, BT dubs. But it looks like it doesn't matter.
Paimon's never flown that fast before. She feels so ready to throw up.
Please don't. At least we made it in one piece.
Aha. Just as I thought. It might look like a regular hot air balloon from the outside, but up close, it's clearly been heavily remodeled. And sure enough, it only descended below the cloud line because the custom-built machinery malfunctioned.
Can you tell what the issue is?
I should be able to figure it out with T'Pol's notebook. Thankfully, I know a little DIY from fixing up my guns when they're having issues. That should just about do it. Now all it needs is a nice hard kick.
Maybe that works on your guns, but... huh? We're really moving!
Never underestimate... What joke was I about to make? With tall women and kicking. It's a whole laboratory up here.
Workshop in the sky! Oh, you gotta see it to believe it.
What the shit?
Makes you wonder why T'Pol even bothers with phlogiston wings when he has tech like this.
What?
Well, according to the notebook, the platform beneath us runs on components from the Cinder City. Those can't be mass-produced. Also, I have some doubts about its mobility after seeing how it moved just now. For someone like T'Pol who dreams of flying freely, this definitely doesn't cut it.
But if he's got that relic, he should be able to make a set of prototype wings for himself, right? Why bother making a whole flying workshop so he can mass-produce them?
If he can come and go freely from this workshop, he's probably already built those prototype wings for himself.
But this doesn't add up. If he's already achieved the power of flight, then he must have bigger dreams we don't know about. But what?
With any luck, we'll find the answers in his workshop.
Holy shit.
Oh, I'm in a domain.
I've got an app for that. Wait. I just need to get next to something. Oh.
Cuckoosaurs! Seems like the merchant inventions were right. T'Pol's using them for his own ends.
I'll bet that mechanism on top of the cage opens the door. Let me give it a try.
Not perfect. Ooh, what if I just put myself right here? There. Don't move, Chaska. I'm a genius. What else is around here? Not really a whole lot of anything.
All right.
Let's make tracks.
Let's fly.
Oh.
Why won't it fly away like the others? Is it?
It's a wounded Paimon. What the hell does it look like?
She's still breathing, but barely. By the looks of it, T'Pol was using these cages to extract phlogiston from the Kukasaurs. Once a Kukasaur is drained of phlogiston, it becomes too weak to move. We'll have to come back for these ones after dealing with T'Pol.
There's another notebook here.
Let me see. Looks like a record of his phlogiston research. Log number 330. With the support of...
I was finally able to launch the airborne workshop.
That was a really clever way of doing the sensor for that. Doing the redacted for that. They did like a mechanical sound, like he was working on something.
Even though it relies on the relic for 80% of its power supply, I've at least taken the first step. Log number 348. Research on the relic is progressing well. I should be able to replicate the technology and scale up production very soon. Has proposed a name for this groundbreaking invention: the phlogiston wings. I think I'm getting close. Soon I will achieve my dreams.
So who is this redacted name, we wonder? I have my susses.
Log number 377. Encountered some issues with the new smaller model phlogiston wings. The gaseous phlogiston showed some volatility during the refinement process. Thinks we should proceed at a more cautious pace with the refinement experiments. But after so many past failures, I have to prove that I will succeed this time. Log number 114. Ran an experiment using Kukasaurs to refine gaseous phlogiston. It was a success.
Congratulations.
Log number 117. I've started recruiting merchants and hunters to capture wild Kukasaurs. Log number 121. Major breakthrough in the efficiency of phlogiston yield.
Huh? So many parts have been crossed out.
Based on the context, it should be someone's name.
Yeah, probably the contact he alluded to in his other notebook. Guess he has a benefactor.
It's just another one of Dottoro's clones. They just take the, they just wuss out with the story in the dumbest way possible. It's like, oh, insert this guy here.
Did anyone else notice how the numbering system in this notebook suddenly changed halfway through?
Yeah, the tone seemed to change a lot too.
We haven't got time for textual analysis, I'm afraid. Grab the notebook and let's press on.
This reminds me of the whichever, not domain, but the basically dungeon, but in the sky in Tears of the Kingdom. Specifically the Zora one.
Huh. Never seen one of these before. Looks like this was built with the Cinder City components, too.
You're not thinking of giving it a nice hard kick, are you?
Oh. Oppa Conry style. Ignore what I just said. Okay, we're going over there. Nowhere to go but up.
Whoa!
That's asking for a nice hard kick where it hurts. Aim for the weak spot.
Huh. I have to. Every time I dismount the gun, I have to go. Can we see anything? We can't really. Oh, we kinda can. I was gonna see if we could see any landmarks. If you could see like the tip of dragon spine or something down below. That probably helps the render though, to not have to load in anything down below you. To have it be a blank sea of clouds. Hey!
It's T'Pol's henchman. He must have fought them here using the relic in his prototype wings. Watch out!
Oh, not that. What are you doing, Connor?
Open fire!
What? Who did that? Okay, I'm making sure I'm not missing any like any logs or books or anything. But I think that everything relevant, it'll just guide you towards like this.
Hey, look here! More of T'Pol's notes!
So there's some useful information inside. You scared the crap out of me. I thought it was T'Pol standing behind us. You scour T'Pol's notes for info.
Log number 403. Introduced me to some new comrades who fully support my ideas. I told them that some Saurians are blessed with wings, and some people with natural gifts, while the less fortunate among us can only look on longingly as they seize the skies. But I also told them that progress can erase individual differences. Think of the tools humanity has made to fight back against wild beasts. The law we have put in place to even the playing field between the strong and the weak. I promised them that our research will be the new frontier of human progress. With our phlogiston wings, the power of flight will no longer be for a select few to enjoy. Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. I only hope that when we finally achieve this goal, we'll be proud of me.
Imagine a world where the skies are for all to share. Yes, what a wonderful world that would be. If only it were possible. We could respond faster. And so many tragedies could be prevented.
Sus.
But T'Pol, what about the Saurians you're draining dry of phlogiston? You're not sharing the sky, you're stealing it. Bad move. I won't let you get away with it.
Chaska?
I'm fine. Let's keep moving. I don't think we'll find anything else here.
I want to see her Hulk out again. This team does not need Arlecchino right now for those regular dudes. All I did was apply blood debt directive to them, and I didn't even hop back into Arle to make it blood debt do. Chaska just eliminated them. Does Chaska want more than 2 elements? Like, would she prefer having 3 elements to load into her revolver? Or is vaporize, melt, or those okay to use with her? Okay options. Ooh. See 0, she needs 3. To get like to maximize the best use of her kit and abilities. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, that one's not glowing, so that one's probably not active right now. There was 1 wheat in there, guys.
All right.
Well, hey, what does Chaska's transmission look like? Is it a 4L60 or a 6L90? Some dumb mechanic jokes. Oh. Oh. Oh, you can do it in midair.
Let's burn this breeze.
Duh, because her stuff is centered around being in the sky. The what is stuck on something? What did it say? Oh. Neat, nifty.
Let's burn this breeze.
Oh my gosh! Wait, hang on. Was there nothing down here? Just making sure, trying to be thorough.
Giddy up.
I can't believe he captured so many Kukasaurs. But right now, we have to focus on solving this problem at the source.
I wonder if this is an arena. Holy shit, this is an arena. Paul Van Halen? Oh, that's not aging yourself. That's a dope song. Timeless song.
We've reached the center of the workshop.
And still no sign of Koya's baby.
Let's search this area for now. If we still can't find Chime, we'll double back.
All right. You split up and begin your search.
Chaska, Traveler, come quick!
What is it? Did you find Chime?
Not yet, but look! It's another one of T'Pol's notebooks!
Let's give it a read, just in case it gives any clues on Chime's whereabouts.
All right.
And for the lore, Chaska! The lore!
Log number 428. We decided to restart the experiments on phlogiston refinement, but without telling. This is the final obstacle to the success of the Phlogiston Wings project. We cannot fall at the last hurdle.
You guys know who I have sussed about, who I've sussed as who his contact, who his benefactor is. Who was super excited to jump at the opportunity of the jetpacks, and who's been kind of sus about her glances and pauses throughout all of this.
Log number 436. Earlier today, suggested using Kukasaurs as an intermediary to extract refined phlogiston. It's certainly feasible, but... Anyway, as long as our secret experiment succeeds, I'm sure won't bring it up again. Log number 443. We will conduct the experiment tomorrow. But birthday is coming up, so hopefully we'll have a birthday surprise for her.
I like this framing right here. Like you're hiding and listening in on what he was doing. That's cool.
Log number 444.
Like you're spying.
Huh? Why is this log empty?
I guess whoever wrote down the log number was prevented from recording the results.
There's more. Let's keep reading.
Log number 0. We lost many comrades in the accident. Among them are friends, lovers, and children. But we cannot stop now. We will keep their legacy alive and carry their dreams forward. As of today, we are scrapping the artificial refinement method. Instead, we will focus all our efforts on phlogiston extraction from live Kukasaurs.
Great.
They are arrogant beasts whose existence in the wild serves no one but themselves. Their true worth lies in their sacrifice for the sake of human progress.
Arrogant beast whose existence serves no one but themselves is a pretty good descriptor of humanity's plight on planet Earth.
To facilitate our operations, we will gradually move the airborne workshop closer to the Flower Feather clan, even as we continue to expand it. All this we do to create a world where the skies are for all of humanity to share.
And this reminded me of, not Rapture, but Borderlands, BioShock Infinite. Not Rapture, but what was the sky city called in BioShock Infinite?
All this we do to make T'Pol's dream a reality.
Oh, wait. T'Pol question mark. Maybe I was sussing incorrectly, actually. Columbia, yeah.
Given the way this is written, not to mention the fact that the numbering has started over from 0, it kinda sounds like this is someone new. Does that mean that T'Pol's already...
But in that case, who have we been pursuing?
There's also a letter tucked in the end of the notebook. It's from Puma.
I don't think it was T'Pol question mark until log number 0. I think it was still just T'Pol. And then once it became T'Pol question mark, that was when it was, or once it became log 0, then we switched authors. So maybe the benefactor is who I was sussing before?
T'Pol, I don't know where you are right now, so I don't know how to reach you. My best bet is to send this letter to the Flower Feather clan. Your father is gravely ill. Oh, I know we've had our differences in the past, but he is still your father. Won't you come and visit him? Please. I know you never liked him and cared even less for me.
Ouch.
All you ever yearned for is the sky. And your birth mother. But we'll still be waiting here for you if you do come back. This may be the last chance you'll get to see your father.
Well, that's why he never called her mom.
So Puma's not T'Pol's real mom? Huh. Well, she did say he never called her mom, but I'm gonna assume she was just venting.
We know that T'Pol's father passed away quite recently, and this letter looks recent. By contrast, the writing in this notebook is old and faded. It looks like the real reason T'Pol didn't attend his father's funeral is because he'd long since passed away himself.
Then T'Pol's birth mother, the benefactor who funded this workshop, and the real ringleader behind all of this.
If we ask ourselves why this letter was sent to the Flower Feather clan, why T'Pol always yearned for the sky, and how he got his hands on a relic from the Cinder City, it all points to one answer.
That's right. T'Pol was my child. He was born during my days as a wingless wanderer.
That's who I thought it was.
His birth gave me new hope. I wanted to become the kind of mother who spent her days as a valiant rider, soaring the skies. Not an aimless, wingless nobody.
That's who I thought it was. Son of a bitch.
But his father wanted to settle down, to give his child a safe, sheltered life in his tribe. We fought about it constantly, until the love we once had for each other was gone. He started a new family, with another traveler who was also looking to return home. And I went back to the Flower Feather clan, alone. I had no idea that despite being raised among the children of echoes, my child still harbored dreams of the skies. Can you imagine, Chaska? The joy and surprise I felt when he showed up at my door, asking to join the flying trials. Or how proud I was when he said he wanted to prove his own worth, rather than relying on my position as elder. And then the anguish that overcame me when he was rejected by the Kukusaurs and became wingless. just as I had after my injury?
That's all sweet and all, but you guys experimented on cuckoo sores, and Chaska is about to blow your brains out with her animo revolver.
You've got a lot of nerve showing your face here.
Don't take this the wrong way, Chaska. I'm not here for a fight.
I am.
I just want to talk. Isn't that your preferred way to resolve things? I trust you've learned of T'Pol's wish on your way here. A world where the skies are for all of humanity to share. If only his dream can be realized, no one will ever have to lose their wings again. Our aerial prowess will be greater than ever before. War will never again come at such a great cost. The loss of Koichi is a tragedy that need never be repeated.
Alright, we're killing her. No, there is zero reason to bring that up.
So tell me, Chaska, do you really wish to see the phlogiston wings forever grounded and gathering dust?
Nothing you've said excuses all the conflict you've caused.
You mean the argument back at the tribe? It was a necessary measure. Sometimes this is the only way to accelerate the pace of progress. Is a mother harming her children when she coaxes them into swallowing a bitter pill? Of course not.
If it's your pill, then yes.
It is a brief moment of suffering for the greater good, and the child would come to understand this in due course. The phlogiston wings are that bitter pill. We will never progress as a tribe if we cling to the scraps the Kukusaurs offer us. Once the people have embraced the phlogiston wings, they will never look back. Even if they learn how the refined phlogiston is sourced. They will convince themselves that the sacrifice of a few Kukusaurs is a small price to pay for our dominion over the skies.
I'm not so convinced, but go ahead.
But this I had not anticipated. I barely had the chance to introduce the phlogiston wings to the tribe before you found this place.
Your plan was hardly foolproof.
Yet, it can still be salvaged. Chaska, traveler, you are the hope of humanity. I'm sure you have your doubts about my methods, but know that my love for humanity and for Natlan is genuine. You know me, Chaska, and you know that I've always treated everyone in the Flower Feather clan as my own children, as fellow humans. Surely you can understand my perspective.
You wish.
Alpa, Natlan doesn't belong to humans alone. And truthfully, neither do I. How many times has the Abyss invaded Natlan now? And yet despite how much stronger it is than us, Natlan still stands as a nation of humans and Saurians. Peace imposed by force will crumble in a matter of days, because social bonds are what hold a civilization together. Weren't you the one that taught me that? And yet you would break the bond we share with our Saurian companions to take more power for ourselves? That's as stupid as hacking your own arm off to use it as a club.
They are wild beasts, driven purely by instinct.
Yes, you are.
How could they possibly understand human social bonds?
How did someone like her ever become a writer?
Maybe Kukusaur instincts are not so different from ours, because clearly she had them fooled too.
You overestimate them. They bow to the strong and shun the weak. That's all there is to it. They never gave T'Pol a second glance when he was at his lowest, nor me when I returned injured from the Cinder City. It's all about survival of the fittest for them. Plain and simple. They obeyed me once I proved myself stronger than them, but the moment it serves them better, they'll abandon me in a heartbeat.
You're wrong, Alpa. They only reject the wingless because they don't want to fly anyone to their death.
Chaska, I will promise you this. Only the unruliest wild Kukusaurs will be used for phlogiston extraction. The ones who have nothing else to offer to humanity.
Which is why she targeted Koya in particular.
Well, that's too bad. Because I know a few unruly wild Kukasaurs who don't think that idea is gonna fly. Namely my mom, my sister, and me. And the others? To us, they're friends, family, even children. So if you want to put any of them in one of your cages, you're gonna have to go through us.
Is that right? I knew you might be difficult to convince. Maybe this will change your mind.
Alpa!
Careful. Don't make any rash decisions. Unless you want to see her suffer.
Oh no, that's one of the extraction cages!
I told my subordinates to take control of the tribe while I was away. Luckily for them, our strongest warrior and our most powerful ally aren't there to stop it.
Take control? What are you planning to do with Mutota and his supporters?
Merely accelerate their inevitable downfall. They cannot stand in the way of progress forever. It is not the move I wish to make, but I'm afraid you and your friends force my hand. And since you insist on imposing me too, I have no choice but to keep you here until the dust has settled.
So that's what you meant by I just want to talk. You never intended to negotiate. You just wanted to stall us.
No, Chaska. I genuinely hoped I could win you over. You are the strongest warriors we have. Put down your weapons, and I promise you that no harm will come to this young Saurian.
Just shoot the disc on top of it and release the cage.
I just need you to stay here for the next couple of weeks or so, while my people consolidate their power. Then, I will give her back to you, and you'll be free to leave.
Oh, yeah, good deal. Just a couple of weeks. You really think the Pyro Archon is going to let you get away with a coup?
As long as the majority supports our vision, even the Pyro Archon cannot meddle in our internal affairs.
Your vision is deranged, and the Flower Feather Clan will never support it.
You sure about that? Then wait here and see. Time will tell.
What do we do? Even if the whole tribe fights back, Mutota's in grave danger!
Stop delaying the inevitable! Drop your weapons and get into the cages, now!
She's still holding Chime hostage. Is there really no other way?
Just shoot it.
Koya?
Huh? What are you yapping about? Stand down. Drop your weapons, now! This instant! No! The relic!
Now! I thought you killed her. Wait. Hey, hang on.
Everybody stand back! Let the mountain's veins boil! Bring it!
Things are about to get dicey.
Let's fly!
Open, give up, Alpa. We're negotiating my way now.
Will it be?
And this ain't your strong suit.
Just shut up!
Hey, Hun! Something's up with this relic!
Well. That was easy. You know, Yelan's burst is not a great one to pull out with her because you charge attack. You don't get to use Yelan's dice. Well, it's gonna burn down the whole platforms.
What is she doing? She'll bring us all down with her.
But why? We stabilized the relic.
Maybe it got damaged in the fight. If we don't think of something fast, this whole workshop is gonna fall apart.
No. They're directly beneath us. My beloved tribe.
You deal with Relic. Leave the workshop to me. If we don't solve this problem at the source, this whole place will come crashing down.
Okay, it's too powerful. This ain't a toy like last time. I don't think I can just throw it aside. But we need to get it far away before it explodes. Then the tribe will be safe, and so will this workshop. Koya, remember when we were kids? Come on, let's take this thing high up into the sky. Don't worry, I know I can get rid of it before it explodes. We're talking some surface wounds at most. All I need is for you to catch me at the end, just like old times.
I love these.
I can't hold it back anymore. We have to go.
Don't be insane.
Appa attacks Chaska from behind while the relic is going wild.
Appa, what are you? You're a fool, Chaska. Why would you choose such a risky solution? We cannot entrust the safety of our tribe to this wild Saurian.
I'm the fool. You really think you can stand a better chance than me?
That wasn't a no.
Sure, it may be asking too much for an ex-wingless to escape the blast radius in time, but I can fly it a safe distance away, even if it's the last thing I do. Here, these should be high enough to save the clan. What?
You don't get to die a hero today.
Ooh, she boosted her. Don't kill Koya. Okay.
Koya, are you hurt? Let me take a look at you. What do you mean, I'm fine? Didn't I tell you to catch me on your back? Why did you try to shield me from the blast?
She cares.
Accident? Yeah, right. Seriously, you're as stubborn as ever.
It was an accident, she says. I accidentally tried to shield you from the explosion.
Chaska, Koya!
How are things looking here?
All taken care of. All it took was a little DIY. The hell did you do, Ether? All it took was a little DIY. I learned it from Klee.
I think that's putting it mildly. I owe you one. Again.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, but be honest. Do you still think Kukasaurs can't form bonds?
Mom, I'll figure out the refinement problem. I'll find a way. You don't need to worry about it. I just need some more time. That's all I ask. Please just trust me. Just this once.
Oh my gosh, it's so small.
The Flower Feather Clan yield to the strong. And it's up to the winners to define what strength means. So it looks like it's my turn to yield.
Koya! Koya!
What the fuck? Don't you kill Koya, game.
So, you're absolutely sure it's not because of the explosion?
Yes, for the 10,000th time, I'm sure. The blast barely touched her. The reason she fainted was old injuries playing up, compounded by overexertion in recent days.
Alright, there we go. Good. Don't kill this bird, game.
The moment she finally relaxed, all the built-up stress finally caught up with her. And no wonder. Honestly, she's just like you. Anyway, now you know how we feel when you go off risking life and limb. Your mother and I would both appreciate it if you lived less dangerously. You know she wrote to me from the Masters of the Nightwind, just to scold me for not doing enough to keep an eye on you. If she wasn't so busy with work, you can bet she'd come back here and chew us both out in person.
I'll find an opportunity to apologize to her. I promise.
You'd better. No more avoiding us, okay? And don't get me started on all the checkups you've missed.
Got it. Got it. Huh? Koya? You're awake. I'll go let everyone know.
Hey, but we're not done talking. What are we gonna do with her, Even after everything that's happened, she still hasn't figured out how to start the conversation with you. She keeps saying, I don't think Koya has forgiven me yet. But if you ask me, she's the one who's scared to open up and have an honest conversation. For all her confidence, she's a very sensitive soul underneath. You'd think as a peacemaker, she of all people would know how to reconcile with her family after a falling out. She must have been a handful growing up. Thank you for being there for her. And of course, thank you for keeping her safe when you were up there in the sky.
Koya, Uncle Cusco, we're here!
What were you talking about just now?
Ha! I was just telling her that she's not to go chasing danger with Chaska ever again.
Cusco, I understand how you must feel. But it's all thanks to Koya and Chaska's efforts that the airborne workshop didn't come crashing down on our heads.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot to ask. They didn't hurt you while we were gone, did they?
Thankfully, when her co-conspirators tried to arrest me, I was out coaching Koya and Junan. The two of them were a huge help. They took care of things while I went around rallying the resistance. So, in the end, Alpa's would-be revolt didn't really get off the ground. And as it turns out, not all of the wingless want to see our dear Saurian friends replaced with phlogiston power gizmos. I'm so sorry you got mixed up in this, by the way. We should have caught on to Alpa's scheme sooner. We could have saved so many Kukasaurs from getting hurt. Most of the airborne workshop has now been dismantled. We've just left one small, harmless part intact, and repurposed it as a jail for Alpa and her cronies.
Ha! That's great. I love that for her.
Let's see how they like being
How the turnstable to have.
So, it looks like there's just one last conflict left to resolve. Peacemaker, you're up.
I said I had to wait until things had blown over, didn't I? And now they have. But I still have no idea what to say. Koya, I just want to say, I'm sorry for how things went down back then.
There's nothing to be sorry about. Human are sorry and we all grow up, and form new bonds with new family and friends. And now I've come to understand why you chose to stay among the humans.
Huh? Does this mean you're not mad at me anymore?
Indignant bird.
There's that family likeness coming through again.
Paimon, shut it. In the words of Desert Beto, shut it, Paimon.
But that day, when we ran into each other.
Alright, I admit, I was angry in that moment. I thought you were their accomplice.
Huh? So then, when did you finally make your peace with it?
Moom! Oh, Mom! I thought that was a noise. Like I thought that was a noise, like cheep or something like that. Like Moom, the fuck? Because they'd been doing subtitles. It's like cheep chirp and stuff like. Hey, slow down. I'm so stupid. Moom, are you okay? Not the cow Sark. Mom is fine, love. We're all doing well. I guess it was when it was my turn to embrace a new family of love on a new family of my own. Cute. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, fine. Jeez. Oh my gosh, 3 guns and wings. This character model is very nice. Conflict. Who needs conflict? Some people I know in real life. Ooh! Pilgrim's Chronicle! Click it. Vuka is fated to transcend hardship and never and answer the expectations of those they deeply love. 3 tall animo voice prevent devastation by being peace maintainer, cloud retainer, and Klee container. All right. Thank you, New York, and good night. What are we doing right now? Let me use the restroom real quick, and then we'll be back figuring out what we're gonna end this stream off with. Arla didn't really get to break a whole lot of necks this episode. She got to take the day off from breaking necks. This is Fire Hazard.
Are you going to hold a festival?
Not really, but...
I got you, boss.
I got you, boss. Hi. Hi. The squirrel is giggly at the moment. Okay. I think... Let's see, we're at 3.5 hours right now. I think maybe just Chaska trailers and end. Chaska trailers and chill. Oh, I would like to get that final phased. What does Ian-san need? Oh, right, you just need that same thing. All right. Are you at 80 yet? No, you're at 60, or 70. I think maybe I get Skirk up to 70. Or, oh my gosh, I think maybe I could get Skirk up to phase 5 before I start pouring into Ian-san. I'm trying not to dual wield, quadruple wield, quintuple wield builds, like building too many characters at the same time. Ooh, overflowing for weapon and talent materials. That's probably fun to listen to, right? Guys, want to do that one real quick before we watch some stuff? Stuff, air quotes, stuff. What stuff we're watching, you can, I'll leave that for you to decide. Definitely want to get, well, okay, hang on. I definitely want to get Skirk up to phase 5 and her weapon final phased. Okay, yeah. Realistically, it's Skirk and Shilonen that I'm topping off, and then I want to move on to Lanyan and Ian-san. That's why I'm hesitant to build Diona as my Skirk support right now, even though she's the character that makes the most sense out of anyone in my roster. I'm still running this jank team. Not that it's jank, but that it's very fragile. I talked about that at the start of this episode. That Farina's bros bring Skirk down to like 1 or 2 shot range. And there's no shielder in this team, and running Farina the way she should be ran means that you don't have a healer either. But so Diona will probably long term until Citali comes back. Diona will probably be Skirk support eventually, unless Citali's coming back relatively soon. Then I will just run this team and hold off on Diona for potential impending Citlali. Anyways, I don't think there's anyone else that needs stuff though right now. Talent, I could get that. Oh, I need 2 more Skara drops though. Citlali does have it. Yeah, because you would really think that like they'd do an before 6.0 they would do a last run of the big major meta characters, like Citlali being a very good and also because Mavika's running in one day, Citlali and Mavika are kind of tied at the hip in a way. In a somewhat similar way that Skirk and Escoffier are kind of tied at the hip, where meta-wise they work really, really well together, and it would kind of make sense to follow up Mavika with Citlali because they bannered alongside each other for their debuts. So it definitely, when you look at the Notland lineup, you definitely like, okay, these guys should be coming back at the very least definitely before 6.0. You would think. Talk to Lynn, but do I need to? What is this domain? Massive amounts of hydro bros. I've got an app for that. I think this is the team I usually run with this.
What they do this time?
Shinobu doesn't make a whole lot of sense running with Arle, but I think this is the team I usually use for this domain. Yep, this is the domain I thought it was.
Illusion shattered.
I will have order. Stabilize.
Out of my way! Our bond is strong. Shine down.
Come here.
Can't run. And neither can you.
Double drop. Boop. And I'm out of original for right now. Boop. How many of Dicarabian stuff did I need? Playable Dicarabian when? It's like, Connery, why would a Dicarabian be a playable character? He's... Who am I? Skirk. Oh, I need 4. Oh, I can make 3, though. Let me just make 3. There's a chance that I could get... oh, I don't want to go to Mondstadt, though. There's a chance I could get enough. Leave it. They nerfed this domain? What was it before? Skirk. Weapon. Because there's a chance I could get materials refunded. There's a chance. Ooh. Let me make those 2. I have 1. Wait, let me just max those. Let me just... Oh, I can make another one. And I have... Oh, craftable amount 3. Ah, what? I still won't have enough. Close, though. We just need 2 more. Boop. The main was not friendly to new players. Nerfed several old domains. There's one domain. Is it the Noblesse domain that now it's only 1 Ruin Guard and that's it? I think it's the Noblesse domain. No, you listen. I'm sorry. Okay. I think that'll do it for this. Reactions? Like freeze and melt? Sorry. But only a little. Whoa, don't open that tab. Alright, as per usual, believe we're doing teaser first, then trailer. Bro, from like the what was that? From not even the waist up, from like the top of the thighs up. That's what I'm trying to say, right? Chaska's design is like A or S tier. The split pants just kind of weird me out. Boop. Teaser, then trailer.
Yasha, the Inca gang called dibs on this job.
And that means it's yours? Not in my book.
Yasha, back down, or you're not gonna like how this ends.
We had an understanding, but taking you out sounds like a better deal.
Why are these NPCs? Why are these NPCs so well voiced and well designed?
She's here.
Yasha, do me a favor before this gets ugly. Let's talk this out, shall we?
Chaska, this will end in blood. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
Enough talking. Let's fight.
2 against 1, huh? Looks to me like you put aside your differences without me.
Chaska, we came to spill blood, and that blood is yours.
With you out of the way, we won't have to watch our backs. How's that for peacemaking? Here's a little gift from the Inca and Yasha gangs.
What a mess.
Little late for regrets. Don't you think?
You misunderstand me. Dealing with you, that's the easy part.
Dead. Rip.
Another fight? You're still injured. Safety first. How many times do I have to tell you?
They were hardened criminals. They can't be reasoned with. So I had to...
Oh.
I almost forgot. My messes don't need excuses anymore.
Well, that wasn't a fun way to end that trailer. Imagine watching this before you play the quest. Obviously, everyone's free to play their own game, but I would definitely not recommend doing what you see. It gains a ton of views, but I find it something I would definitely recommend against, which is reacting to and watching all of the trailers and stuff all in one go before you know anything about the characters or anything like that. Anyways, gets a ton of views, but don't do that. If you don't do that. If you want my advice, you will not have as good of a time. IMO. Teaser or trailer rather.
A peacemaker's job is to resolve conflicts. It can cost a little mora, a little wine, maybe a little dignity, and sometimes a few bullets. But whatever it takes to get a resolution, right?
James Bond.
Whatever's going on here, how about we talk it out?
It's an open and shut case. We know these Tepetlosaurs stole the gems. Greedy little things, huh?
Bruh, it's 2 babies.
Everyone's been turning on each other thanks to them.
Oh, really? Well, the stolen gems were transported with a spice shipment. And I don't smell any spices here. But your frame job? Now that I can smell a mile away.
The gunslinger style. Why is this so well lit? Damn.
In the sky, there's nowhere to hide.
Oh, that reminds me of Cloran's flicking the bullet up.
Conflict resolved.
Those saurian babies were just like, ooh.
Sometimes you gotta do things the old-fashioned way.
Sometimes you gotta do things the way they did it in 1862. So pretty. I'm trying so desperately not to make Kaya jokes every single time we watch a trailer from 5.0 onward, but it's a low-hanging fruit joke. All right. I don't know how much time I have tomorrow for Ochkanatlan stuff. Let me think on that. What would be next other than the Ochkanatlan stuff? What would be like a short-ish stream, like a 3-hour-ish stream? Because if this is like an Archon length-ish quest that's unvoiced, that has potential of being a 5-hour stream. So let's 3 hours. Maybe we will do that then. Could do it in parts. We could do it in parts, yeah. Or character quests, stuff like that. Just long. I mean, you know what? Let's try to let's try to power through that. Not rush it, but again, Aranara made me feel impervious when it when we completed the Aranara quest line. And we had completed a big chunk of it in like a couple weeks, like 2 weeks. Not even, because we were at like 25%, not even when we started like really doing that quest line. So in comparison to R&R, everything feels short. So I think we can do. I think we can. Let's give that a try tomorrow. Might be an earlier stream because I got stuff going on tomorrow evening. So it might be an earlier stream to make sure that I have enough time to potentially finish that up tomorrow. So thanks again. Appreciate you all. And we will reconvene tomorrow. And as a result, I think I'll be streaming right before the banner changes. So everyone, good luck on your Mawika polls or your Emily polls. And good luck on your final hours of Skirk and Shen as well. Thank. Love you lots. Be good to each other. Drink water. Thanks again. Bye-bye.